Hello, and welcome back to Xpwaste, where I couldn't ask Michael to be my Valentine, but I could still ask him a few other questions. Hi, I'm Oxie.
And I'm Michael, ready to answer questions. If this is your first time tuning into the show, welcome to XP Waste. We're a show that's going to talk about old school RuneScape. And this week is no different. Some of the time we talk about the news. Sometimes we talk about what's happening in the game. Other times we make fun tier lists. And I would say like 95% of it is coherent. The other 5%, we don't even know. Like it's
The
tangential.
other 5% is like a post fencing practice, what's happening in the game. We're both kind of cooked,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. There's like 1% that's ums. You don't hear those, but that's neither here nor there.
Sometimes you do.
If you're not new around here, welcome back. We're back. This is our new cadence. I want to start off with that right off the bat. Oxie and I decided that for a while at least, we're going to try an every other week schedule. We had a pretty like long heart-to-heart in-depth conversation, and we came to the conclusion that maybe we're just burnt out, and maybe going every other week could help that. And so far it has. I had a great week last week.
Yeah, I guess to add a little bit more clarity, we do love this. We're not going to like not do XP waste anymore. Right now, we're just in very, I don't want to say difficult seasons because that's super fucking cliche, but the reality is Michael's starting a new job. Michael's starting a new business. Michael has a wife, kid in the house. I am in the thick of an ever growing coaching career. We are running, like, I'm helping run this club that's getting bigger and bigger. I also do have a full-time job. It's not as difficult as like starting a business like Michael, but it is still, I am a therapist, so it's not always the most lax job in the world, I guess. So, we're just sort of we sat down after the stream I had a couple weeks ago, and after we recorded the episode with Tiki, and we were like, what is going on? What is the play? Like we still love the show, we still love the content, we still have a lot of great things planned. Michael and I are actually we're in talks with some guests right now that I almost like shit a brick the other day looking at our Discord DMs. I was like, there's no way
Let's
that's fucking
go.
real. So I'm very excited for some of the guests that hopefully are coming up soon. We just have to coordinate dates. And there's definitely still like Michael and I are still in Discord. We're still doing bingo. We're still doing all this other stuff. It's just right now, both of us kind of looked at each other and we're like getting home from work. It's the editing that's killing us. It's not even the recording. Like Michael and I's Sunday afternoons have been kind of blocked off for the last almost 5 years, if you can believe it. So it's not that, oh my God, the recording process is awful. It is editing takes like 2,000 years to do. And because of that, like I have not been editing since Michael has started. And while the Michael said the money from editing from the show has been nice, but it's just, a lot. Jagex Wright says, get someone from the group to edit. I guess here's our thing about that. Michael and I have been kind of resistant to an editor for a very long time because for a very long time we were in the camp that we wanted this to be our thing. We don't want somebody else to edit it. We don't want to like need someone else's help, as it were. I don't want to speak for Michael. I don't think I care about that anymore. I think we have done so much content for this show, for YouTube, for Twitch, for Spotify. Good God, for Spotify. We were like some of the first big Spotify video creators out there. It's why we have the deal that we do with Spotify. So it's not that we're not putting in the work, and it's not that it's not our own. It's just the editing process for both of us. Because Michael's like, we could go back to every other week editing. I'm like, dog, I've built my life for the last year around not editing the show, and I don't know how I can squeeze it in at this point. So who knows? If there's anyone in the XP Waste community who knows the show and has experience editing audio and video, because that's the thing, we are an audio and a video podcast. If you have experience editing and you know the show, reach out to Michael and I. Don't like add us on the XP Waste Discord. Like actually legitimately reach out, because we are not opposed to setting something up for an editor. Because I think that's the other piece of it is like if we have an editor and someone who can do like the thumbnails and the descriptions and like all this other stuff and send this to us and we can upload it or maybe you can upload it depending on who you are and how well we know you. Then we could go back to bi-weekly. It's not a problem. Because the recording part is never the hard part. The recording part's actually the most fun.
Yeah.
It's the I got 8 hours in front of a computer over the next 3 days to edit that both of us are like, "Ugh," you know? So just something to keep in mind where we are going to keep doing content. We are still going to push for obviously those creator bands. I just saw a DM today from Olkey who's like, "Why don't you just hit up the Jmods that you know?" I'm like, honestly, that's not a bad idea. We probably should do that because I just saw the message today. But yeah, that's the main development with the show, I guess, that we wanted to touch on really before we get started. So keep an eye out for us for streams though, because Michael and I did talk that between my stream and hopefully the occasional Xpwaste podcast Michael stream, mhm,
Mm,
mhm,
mm, mm.
we should be able to supplement some more of that content by just sort of hanging out with you guys and not having to do the extra quote unquote behind the scenes work, as it were.
Yeah.
So
That's my plan, at least on the weeks that we don't have the show. If we continue going bi-weekly and we don't get somebody to edit, then I'll throw up a stream. It like that's a lot less of a commitment, for an evening than recording the show on a Sunday and then spending the next 3 days editing uploading while also doing like life stuff.
yeah. 'Cause I was talking to Michael about it and what the schedule used to be like, especially when before I moved to where I do now. You wake up in the morning, you go to work, you go to fencing, you're home at 10 o'clock at night. Or if you don't have fencing, you wake up, go to work all day. Again, work is not a relaxing day all the time. Get home, maybe go to the gym if you're lucky, and then immediately sit down to edit until realistically 1:30 in the morning because Spotify does this really, really, really cool thing. It's the one thing I don't like about the platform. When you upload, you cannot place ads before the episode is fully uploaded. So if you have a slow Wi-Fi or the episode, I mean, I used to have slow Wi-Fi, and then if the episode is massive, like I think back to the potato heme episode, that was like 90
Oh
gigs for
yeah.
some reason because she sent us this like ultra HD episode, and then I also had a really big recording file, and it was just like those those episodes take forever to upload. So you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you have to place the mid roll, and hopefully nothing goes wrong in the ads or in the upload process. So if you guys are ever like, oh, it's on YouTube but not Spotify, it's because it took too long to upload. So days like that, Michael and I are like, yeah, we're good. We can't right now, anyways. We just can't facilitate that.
Right.
So
That could change, obviously. I think that like I'm only going to get busier. So that's where I think it may not unless something changes, like get an editor or life gets to a point where my routine is more steady because yeah, it's I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. We've already kind of explained it. So just be on the lookout for more outside the podcast content from us, hopefully. In that
yeah,
and that kind of satiates the it satiates the content gaps that we're putting out there.
yeah, because we do love you guys. We're not going to go anywhere. This isn't the end of the show or anything like that. We're going to slow it down a little bit, and then ideally we can get back to where we are. But even if we don't, that's okay. We're still. I mean, we're still. I don't mean to toot my own horn. We're still one of the biggest podcasts for old school RuneScape out there. So we're gonna put content out for you guys, and who knows, maybe bi-weekly episodes will be. It sounds like copium. Maybe bi-weekly episodes will be better content, more well thought out content than whatever we have been doing. Because you can hear it in our voices. We've been fucking cooked these last couple of weeks.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah. And I was telling Oxy this, like this is the main point is whenever we would have an episode, I was always like looking at the clock, just making sure that we weren't going over a certain time. And what if we want to yap for like 3 or 4 hours? We haven't done that in a long time because it's been up to me to do the edit every week. And that's just over time, it has begun to weigh on my ability to to just like mentally want to do it. So if we put out bi-weekly episodes, they may end up just being longer because yeah, there's like it's still the same amount of time to edit it, but there's that week off in between. So if it was like, hey, this is like a 3.5 hour episode, the next week there's no commitment to like do anything else.
I do another 3.5 hour episode because them nights do get long. They really do. When the night, I'm so glad we're not censoring anymore.
Oh yeah,
I'm so glad we're not censoring the
Fuck
efforts
yeah.
anymore. Y'all really don't understand how long it used to take when, especially when we would have a guest on who's like, "Oh, is it okay if we swear?" And I'm not just talking about like Hanani. I'm talking about like anybody who is like, "Oh, can we swear?" And then you have 3 audio tracks of people swearing back and forth. You have to censor all the different F words. And the episodes would be 3 hours long. It really did cut down on the editing time a lot when we're just like, fuck it. We'll just swear. We're an adult show. We shouldn't have ever been a kid's show.
no.
But Brian M also says, it's also if there's nothing really happening in the game, it's hard to find something to talk about. We have run into that problem so many times.
Yeah.
We've run into that problem so many times when doing this show where we just kind of look and we're like, I mean, shit, whatever. We'll see what we can do.
I guess we'll do a quest building episode.
Oh, dear God. Please, no. Please, no. Oh, my God. Never that again. Yeah. And Jagex Riot says, no matter what, we love you guys. And we love you guys, too. So this is not a goodbye. It's just if you don't see us every week, that is why. And nothing is wrong. We're just trying to take a little break, you know? I like when you guys talk about metas and best practices since I'm still a noob, says Kyrandia. That's another good thing. Sometimes Michael and I need to actually sit and plan out an episode. Like some of our most popular episodes, other than the summer sweep up and the guest episodes, are ones where we actually sit down and coordinate, like, here's what to spend money on. Here's what to strive for. Here are the top 10. Like that shit. It's hard to just like do that off the dome, you know, because some of that stuff takes like planning. So hopefully we can take the bi-weekly time to have better content for you guys. But whatever the reasons are aside, speaking of content, right?
Yeah.
We're about to do a lot of content coming up because the day this episode comes out, bingo signups should be live. If you're listening to it the minute it goes live, so if you're on like your European morning commute or you're an American who's working a midnight shift or like a dawn patrol 4 a.m. shift, and you're listening to us as soon as we come out, signups probably aren't out right this second, but they will be at some point today, February. What's it going to be?
19th,
February 18th, February 19th, whatever day it is. They should be out because Springo is right around the corner. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world because it had to be expedited because of leagues. We really do apologize. So bear with us. We've got a good theme for Springo. It's not overcomplicated. All of the mechanics that you guys have liked from past bingos, the partial point system for Springo 25, the prestige board where you can do tiles twice for half the points, that's coming back as well. It's not overwhelmingly gigantic. I think we're somewhere in the range of like, should we spoil the board size maybe? Nah, maybe not. It's not an overwhelming amount of tiles. It's not an overwhelming amount of tiles. It's not 100. It's far less than 100 tiles. So there are no unlocks. There are no weird progression rules. It's just every tile is unlocked from the start and you can do it twice for half points. Partial points apply to both the original completion and the prestiged secondary completion. So we're going to have a theme. There's going to be fun. Hopefully, there's going to be fun marketing, assuming we can get time to do it all. Signups start today. The draft should be on March 7th, and bingo should start on March 14th. So we will have a lot of content coming because we should be doing a lot of RuneScape.
And with bingo being around the corner, that also means leagues is around the corner. Just as another thing to hype up, because we did have to move our bingo because of leagues. So that means April's coming, which is crazy.
Yes, we were fully anticipating April 11th through April 18th. Fully anticipating the 11th through the 18th for bingo. Had it on the calendar. We're ready to announce it. And then the Winter Summit happened. And they said, by the way, leagues is in April. And they're not going to give us a date. By the time this episode comes out, they might have a date for us, but they're not going to give us a date anytime soon. So we thought, well, we have to move it. And we're going to be crunched no matter what, because we either do it in June and we're crunched for fall, or we do it in March and we're crunched for spring. And we kind of agreed that being crunched for spring feels a little bit better because fall usually is a little bit more complicated in how we plan the event. Yeah, that's how that's looking for us. I'm still optimistic. I still think it's going to be a fun event. But with that said, there is a little bit of bad news that comes along with bingo. Unfortunately, my dear friend, my co-captain, Nate Dogg, Salt of the Earth, is going to be out of town. Nate Dogg is going to be in Japan for the entirety of Springo, which sucks. I have not played a bingo without Nate since fall bingo 2021.
Damn.
Trailblazer bingo. And that's because Nate wasn't in the community yet. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's because Nate just straight up wasn't here. That's why I did the bingo without him. Anyways, that means I do need a new co-captain. And I have gone back and forth about a question that has been proposed to me, and I have discussed it with people because I thought, you know what? That could be fun. Fuck it. For the content. For the content. Michael, you want to be my co-captain for Springo 2026?
Really? Really?
Is he about to go, oh, I'm already paired off with somebody else? Let's get rejected live on the pod.
No, I don't. I haven't talked to anybody. I mean, I've talked to Chaos Cleric. He said, hey, like I wasn't playing last time. I'm playing this time, but I'm sorry, Chaos Cleric. I'm going to be Oxie's co-captain.
Get fucked, Chaos.
That's exciting, bro.
It's gonna be an interesting experience. Michael and I play bingo very differently. So we kind of talked about it of like, are we gonna kill each other? But I feel like sometimes I feel like I just watched a live proposal. Yeah, pretty much. That's it's pretty much how it goes.
Yes, I'll marry.
Aw. Fear Garden says, have y'all been on the same team in a while? No. Michael and I have only ever been on a bingo team one time, and that was the Wilderness Bingo in summer of 2021.
So long
And
ago.
that bingo, it was literally like a 70-hour long event. So this is gonna be quite the experience. So we're gonna try, because Michael and I have two different bands that we're probably gonna try to pull together. So if you've been on my bingo team in the past, the usual suspects, you're still on the board. Don't worry. Well, see, we're gonna pull some folks. But
sick, dude. I'm excited.
That said, we gotta get Michael in bingo shape. We've got about a month to get Michael in bingo shape to run with the I want to say the competitive team. We finished like 17th last season. So I say I have become a vibes team through and through. We were very competitive for a while, and then we became a vibes team. And you know what? Either way, we're here for a good time. So we're gonna compete. We're gonna have fun. Michael's gonna be my co-captain, and if the fucking if we get a divorce on the podcast in a month, you know it didn't go well.
That's exciting. Hey, and listen, it's not anything weird because we're both bingo planners. That's happened before. Nate's a bingo planner and he's been with Oxie. So like there's not going to be we don't have any advantage going into this. I just want to say that for all the potentially new people who haven't been in Xpwaste bingo.
I wish we had an advantage. I would be undefeated in bingo. I don't think you guys understand. I have been present for the planning of every bingo and have actively planned all but Springo 2024. Springo 24, I kind of just like took a step back. Other than Springo 24, I have had my hands in the pie of every bingo we have ever planned. I have not won a bingo since Springo 2021 when we had 16 people competing in the event. Or 18 or 19, whatever it was. So we had about picture an average TNL bingo team size. That is how many people signed up total. And that's the last time that I won. So if being involved in the planning gave an advantage, I literally would be undefeated. Brian M says it sounds like a skill diff. It 100% is.
Yeah, it's literally skill diff. I don't think there is anything that would give us an advantage knowing it in advance. I really don't.
Being better at the fucking game would give us an advantage.
Well,
But alas,
we've done it so
but
much
alas,
that
here we
listen,
are.
anybody who's done more than 2 bingos with us could probably predict what's going to be on the board and work towards giving themselves an advantage. Stacking aside, that's a very real thing. And it's literally just you play the game. That's how you win a bingo. Just play the game. There's no advantage that you can get by planning it because I am also proof. I've never placed within the top 10 of any bingo that I've participated in. So, it goes to show planning it doesn't actually give you any sort of advantage. But we're still going to keep
Yeah.
shit secret. That's
We are
just for
going to keep
fun.
shit secret. I will say that this bingo, we looked at all the feedback from Fall Bingo from this past Wintingo, whatever event we did. We looked back from Skill Tree Bingo too, and we are very deliberately trying to keep it simple for this bingo. I mean, like, we've kind of set ourselves some soft rules of like no more than 2 or 3 pieces of content per tile, you know? No way to like get, I think for Springo last year, you could have theoretically gotten 27 Magic Fangs for full points. So like nothing like that. No like disgusting duplicate whatevers. Pets are still going to count as wild cards. So let's say there's a Sarachnis tile that you have to get a cudgel. Fuck you, Dean. You have to get a Sarachnis cudgel. If you can't get the cudgel and you get the pet instead, the pet will count because pets count as wild cards. And there aren't really any exceptions to that rule as long as it's on the collection log, the item that we ask for. Sometimes it gets a little weird with some items, right? But I'm sure the weirdness will sort itself out because some tiles like raids. Sure, there's shockingly enough, there's raids on the board, right? But in the past, we used to have a tile called Baby Raider, where it was like get a thread, get a ancient icon, and get a vial of blood, like the 3 basic raid items from those various pieces of content. If you got the little Zik pet, theoretically, yes, you could use it for a vial of blood, but you could also choose to use it instead for an item or a mega rare or something that wasn't, you know, that wasn't the vial of blood.
Mhm.
So sometimes it gets a little complicated because raids are on there multiple times, but it should be fairly straightforward. There are no unlocks. This should be a very simple bingo to understand, especially if you have played in a TNL bingo before. So we didn't want to make it feel dumbed down or watered down. We just really took an intentional look at the tiles and thought, all right, what are the classics? And let's refine and try to make a small number of the best tiles possible. That
Yep.
was our goal. I'm not going to tell you how many, but let's make X amount of really good sound tiles. And then if we need any filler content, we can add the filler content later. So I think the board is looking pretty good right now. We just have to physically design it because we do have a fun theme in mind. But again, theme and gimmick aren't the same thing.
And I'll be designing it
So
this time, so there won't be any more debauchery of like, what the hell is that? Because I'll make it good. Not that it wasn't good, but that was an experiment. Let's just call it that. Last
yeah,
board was an experiment.
it was something. I liked the board for sure. I absolutely did like the board, but it was admittedly a little confusing with the different art styles. So 2026, the year of the gout tuber, Chinese New Year bingo would have been a lot of fun. It would have been a fun theme. That's not the theme, but that would have been a fun theme.
Speaking of theme, I do remember some pretty hard crash outs where people suggested literally on the board itself, just it's a white background, just words, or the tile is get a dragon scimitar, like super dumbed down. So I'm glad that that didn't
Yeah,
happen.
no. When Michael's talking about crash outs, he means me. He means my
I wasn't
crash
gonna
outs.
name names.
He fully means me when he says that. He fully means me getting in the chat after, getting annoyed and being like, all right, fine, just words on a fucking Excel sheet, not even tile names, no descriptions. Every tile is worth 1 point, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Crash out, crisis averted. We found a great way. We found a great way to make it fun and simple and easy to understand. We got the rule sheet ready to go. So a lot of things should be out today.
And hey, I'll say this: if you've played the Springo 2025, you're set. It's pretty much, it's not an exact copy and paste because obviously we're refining things, but the general
But it more or less
idea,
is.
it's more or less the idea is the same. And I'd say that was a really successful bingo in terms of people. Like there were some problem tiles. There was ones that we didn't fully just like imagine the scope of, like the Barrows tile, for instance. And so we brought on a couple people. We brought on Fear Garden and Elvin Reaver to give us sort of a consultation of an outside perspective.
We haven't brought on Elvin yet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if Elvin knows that he's being brought on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yet.
Hey, Elvin, you're gonna look at the tiles before we finalize them.
To say Elvin is a madman, and I think he like theoretically calculated the hours to complete bingo before like the board was released or something like that. And it was fucked because it wasn't that far off of what our actual hour completion calculation was. Because we do all the numbers for drop rates and average kills per hour, and we kind of take like two different averages. We take like the wise old man average, and we take the wiki average, and we kind of look at like what the EHP for an activity is, and we kind of level it out because like we've got some really good gamers, but we don't have people who are going to get like 40 hours of EHB in a day. It's not possible, but you know what I mean. Like we have more players who are going to be average than not. So if we haven't told him by now, surprise Elvin, you're gonna get the board before we finalize everything under NDA. You're just gonna gut check it at the last second. And so
if it's bad, blame Elvin Reaver. There we go.
Yeah, that tracks. Blame Elvin. He's got all 3 mega rares now, so he's got not much to complain about other than making a bad bingo board. How could you, Elvin? How could you? But yeah, so that's bingo. That's the updates to the Xpwaste podcast. I don't know if it's been resolved by the time this episode comes out. We don't know what's happening with Discord. The server is not age restricted technically, so theoretically it shouldn't be an issue. I don't know about y'all. I'm not uploading an ID or a face scan.
No, thank you.
Fuck these guys. So again, by the time this episode comes out, because we're recording on a Sunday like we always do, something may have changed. Discord may have said, actually, we're going to back off because turns out everybody hated that. They may have already backed down, and Michael and I just haven't read the news. But at the moment, not much should change with TNL. Still not allowed in if you're under 18. But we also understand that like that could have some pretty dramatic effects if we age lock the server because none of the admins will be able to get in. Like we're all pretty much on the same page of like, yeah, we're not uploading that shit. So this place is not going to be NSFW. It's never going to be that. We're still not allowing minors for the safety of everybody. You know, no minors allowed. We're not going to age lock it unless we absolutely have to.
Unless it's 99 mining. That's the only minor we allow.
That's oh my god. That's so Michael. Oh my god.
What?
I don't know if we can make that joke.
It's
what
thematic, bro. 99 mining. You're a good miner. I don't know.
No, oh my god, you can't say that, Michael. Voice clips exist. You can't say that right now.
Oh gosh.
Anyways.
Fears that one physically hurt me. Oh
yeah,
but
we briefly looked into alternatives, but at the moment
it's like Discord has set itself up to be the absolute best option for gamers. And right now there's no proven alternative that I don't think that could work on the scale that we have. Dude, we almost have 3,000 members in our Discord, and we have several hundred that are active regularly. So like completely switching to a new platform would be daunting, especially with all the integrations we have with Patreon and our streams and YouTube. And it's like, dude, why you got to throw a wrench in it?
That's exactly what we fear. We fear that switching platforms will be the death of the Xpwaste community because we don't know how we're going to get everybody to go. And we also have a haunting feeling that if Discord does roll out this change, it's going to be the week of bingo. So we're going to apologize in advance if Discord decides to blow itself up the week of bingo. We're looking into alternatives. We're looking into crafting a website. We're
Ralph says everyone man up and just upload the ID. I don't. I know you're
no.
probably joking, Ralph, but like I don't know that it's an issue of like manning up because I don't want to upload my ID. I don't know if it's a small price to pay to continue being friends with you. Oh yeah, because if we're not on Discord, we're not friends. That's just the case. Yeah, I don't know any of you. I can't even talk to Oxie if we don't have Discord, right?
That is true. Yeah, you'll just have to come up and find another way to not hang out with me. Which, by the way, I realized this because Michael and I talked about this on the way we were going somewhere in Texas. I'm pretty sure back when I was there for Thanksgiving. Our 5-year anniversary is not that far away.
Oh, frick, you're right. It's like a month
Yeah,
from
I
now.
think. Yeah, Michael and I think we both were kind of like, oh shit, dude, our 5-year anniversary is coming up really soon. And it's a 5-year anniversary. So we thought maybe we do something in person together, but we don't know when. Maybe we have like a belated 5-year anniversary party.
Probably.
But I do still think that the summer plan is still in the works. The summer plan, I think, so far hasn't fallen through. Where you take a couple of days. Remember we talked about it. Where you take a couple of days and we go to the Renaissance Festival, and I take you to the Makerspace, and I teach you how to fence, and we do all that super fun stuff. So we're gonna train Michael's IRL skills in the summertime. And honestly, if you guys want to come to the Renaissance Festival with us, we don't care. You know,
Unofficial
we don't
meetup.
care. Yeah, unofficial meetup. We don't care. You know, I would say if you guys want to come learn how to fence, but I don't think the gym is big enough to invite the entire Xpwaste podcast to the gym. Fear, I will say the weather is nice because for all of y'all who live in the southern part of the country, Michigan summers are very nice because the hottest they get is like 90s, which if you're from where I'm from, that sounds hot as hell. But if you're from where Michael and Fear are from, when
That's a
it
Tuesday
gets to like
in the spring.
115, yeah, it's a balmy day in Michigan right now. It's 49 degrees.
Sheesh.
So I'm thinking about hitting up the beach after this.
The beach?
Because there's all this, dude. All the snow is melting, man. I could easily go for a nice little sunbathe. 49-degree weather, but
Got to get your summer tan started early.
dude, I actually used to do that a lot. I don't know if we were doing the show back when I did that a lot, but I used to do a pre-burn because before I started getting into my gay boy dad shirts, I wore cutoffs a lot, which is where the infamous cutoff and suit jacket extra episode comes from. From years, that's a deep cut right there. That's a long, yeah. So I used to wear that a lot, and what I would do is in the springtime, I would just like play a shit ton of Pokemon Go in the sun, not wear any sunscreen, but I'd have my big old hat, and I would slowly but surely build up this. I called it a pre-burn tan. So then when I went like up north and I was outside all day, every day up north for a week, if I forgot to put sunscreen on, I wasn't nearly as poorly off.
Yeah.
Because I was just, you know,
pre-burned.
I was just chilling.
Exactly.
I was already pre-burned. So
preheated the oven.
Yeah, exactly. I preheated the white boy shoulders, and we were good to go. So maybe I could get back to that this year. I just need to do more stuff outside. That's
You guys don't see my arms very much, but I'm gonna have. I think this summer I'm gonna have like the sickest farmer tan. You can't really see with my. Oh yeah, you can. You can. I already do have
my
a really
God.
bad farmer's tan, bro.
But the farmer's tan in February is nuts.
Well, it's my life, man. I got a new tattoo. You can see that one. It's got the Tangaderm second skin on it. It's kind of it's got some secretion. And then I got this one on my leg.
Oh my
the
God,
microphone.
free legs on the podcast?
It's a
Free
pancake.
legs, free legs and
feet.
free pancakes on the podcast?
those
Holy shit.
Calves, bro.
Jesus God.
Felt like a tank. But
About to put that to the test, teaching you the on-guard stance and teaching you footwork.
Speaking of training IRL skills, over the last 2 months, I have gotten 99 strength just lifting rocks all day. And I think that if we were to wrestle, I might stand a chance against you. Previously, no, because the hardest thing I ever did was get up out of my office chair. But now, you boys getting stronger.
Oddly erotic for 3 p.m. the day after Valentine's Day, but sure, I guess. Whatever. So who knows? I don't know why that crossed your mind, but I mean, shit. Here we are. Is the Michael Oxie wrestling going to be a bonus episode? It'll be on a let's say it'll be on a different platform. How about that? How about that?
Full homo,
How about
I
that?
would mud bath wrestle
Full?
you.
Who said full homo?
I did. I would mud bath wrestle you. Full homo.
Woo!
Anyway, should we transition into what we're going to be talking about?
I guess. Yeah. This is. I'm glad we had some time to discuss some other business beforehand because this is will be a short one.
Oh no.
It might be a short one. We'll see. But there's not. I mean, I don't know. Get into it, Michael. What are we talking about today?
Well, you guys you've seen the thumbnail, so you already knew what was coming. But we are going to be talking about this year's Game Jam with Old School Game Jam 7. Seventh one they've done. Do they do it twice a year? I think they do. Like a
Once or twice, yeah.
yeah. So it's not been like, hey, the last 7 years, but this one is kind of short, I will say. There was a few that they mentioned that they couldn't like talk about because it could spoil things, or it wasn't stuff that they were ready to announce. So the stuff that they were ready to announce, they put it in a blog for us and we get to learn about it. And one of these is already in the game, which I think is probably one of my favorites. And we'll talk about that in a second.
It might be the best update. It might be the best
Yeah.
update we've had
I don't
all year.
It's hard to compare because it really is one of the best. And we could start with that one if you want, or we could save it for
I would
last.
love to.
You want
I
to?
would love
Okay,
to.
let's do it. So, thank you to Mod Ed for the Will It
The goat.
Slide game jam. He's the goat. He really is. So, previously, when you went to change your volume sliders in the music settings, it literally was just, and this is what they say, it was a row of 21 like buttons that you could choose from instead of it actually being a percentage slider. Now, I do think that there was a RuneLite plugin that had this functionality to where you could change, like, you could change it more. But now the official game without RuneLite has the ability to actually change the volume on a real slider. That's not the update that rocks, but it is part of it because alongside that, he says, "Do you think we're finished?" And they're not. Because a little backstory. Before this update, you would go around the game, and as you went into different areas of the game, the music would stop and start. And that's one major reason that I was not a big fan of them like having in-game music turned on. Because as you're doing things around the game, say you're bossing, you've got a couple minutes of just consistent good music, and then you go back to your house, and you go back to a bank, then you go back to your house potentially, and there's a lot of jumping around. And with all that jumping around, each area has their own track. They would just start and stop as you go in and out of those areas, and it became, for me at least, something that I couldn't get used to. So for like 99% of the time, I just didn't play with music on. But now it's updated to where instead of having tracks stop and start, you can control it to where you can just put the music on shuffle. And no matter where you're going, what you're doing, your track isn't going to stop and start. And it's just going to play all the way through until it reaches the next random track. There's some other functionality here, such as having music playlists. So if you know that you like 3 particular songs, just pop them in a playlist, and those are the only 3 songs you'll ever hear. And the last one is the area sounds. You can also have it to where you just play one song over and over. But if you
the traditional, like the old school way,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. So all around, an amazing update, and it has actually gotten me to listen to in-game music. I was playing the other night, and it really did change my experience because teleporting around. I was playing with Ralph, and he was having me make Aether runes, and I just set it to random, and it wasn't jarring. I got to listen to some cool music. I love this music, and that's what always bugged me about the system is like I don't want to hear the first 3 seconds of the song where you teleport into your house 60 times and never hear the rest of the song. You know what I mean? So if it plays, it plays. That's great. But now it's not so jarring.
I've wanted an update like this for so long. I love the old school in-game music. When you guys watch me stream, I will be playing the in-game music
Mm-hmm.
because I just love it. I need to craft myself a couple of really good playlists. I want to create like a skillin' and chillin' playlist of just like my
Ooh.
favorite, soft scaping tunes that I like. I could see myself creating like a boss hits playlist, of like all my favorite boss stuff because I love this game's music. You see Chapel Roan commented on the
I
music? We should get
did.
Chapel Roan on the show.
It's
If
so
anybody has a
cool.
direct contact to Chapel Roan and wants to get her on the show, I'm sure we could pay her because she's like a real celebrity. I'm sure we could pay Chapel Roan and then give her a piece of Xpwaste merch. So could be fun. Chapel, if you're out there, think about it. We could talk. I could talk about RuneScape music and music in general forever because I love it. I've like I said, I've done trivia with some of my other friends, and one of the trivia topics that I've created, if I ever end up hosting one, is a RuneScape music trivia section where the questions just get harder and harder to list off because the music in this game is so cool. So, Chapel, if you're out there, you're always welcome to come on the show. We'll talk about compensation, and then you'll also get a free piece of merch. Think about it. Anyways, as a matter of fact, we're such big fans of Chapel Roan before we found out that she likes RuneScape that we actually named one of the bingo tiles after her. So the tile is called Red Wine Supernova. We'll see if you guys can think about it. See if you guys can figure out between now and when bingo starts. Red Wine Supernova is the name of the tile. But I'm so happy that we have this music shuffling update because not only is it shuffling, it is you could do like the regular traditional like area mode. You could do shuffle mode, you could do single track, you can skip songs.
Oh yeah.
You know how
If
nice it is
Country
to
Jig
shuffle
shows
with a
up,
skip
get it
feature?
out of here.
Oh my god, no, Country Jig absolutely fucks, first of all. Second of all, it's so good. I've wanted this for so long. I feel like I can't express enough how much I have wanted a shuffle feature. Back in the day when I used to kill Venenatus, old Venenatus. You ever heard the song Witching? Dun 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 would play on repeat for hours because there was no shuffle feature
And you're just locked in that
back
area.
then.
Yeah.
You're just locked in that area. So if you want to do that, you can. But now you can like actually create a good play. I know it's very simple, but I saw that update happen, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that shit's coming out like tomorrow." I was so excited. I don't know. That's far and away my favorite update from the game.
Yeah. I would say it's my favorite too. And I'm so glad it's already in the game. They didn't like announce this and then we have to wait 6 months for it. They already had it ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fairly certain like they posted about it before the game jam post, if I'm not mistaken. I may be
They
wrong.
posted about it the day they posted about the game jam, and then
And then immediately okay.
the next day on February 11th, they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the music changes live." So beautiful.
Oh yeah, it was. It says, "Sounds good. Luckily, you won't have to wait long since we're rolling these out and changing out these changes in tomorrow's game update." Thank you, Mod Ed. Thank you so
Go
much. What a goat.
go.
I didn't know I loved him so much, but I
I did go.
did. Well, the first one that is not the music one is going to be Boat Fashionscape. Quite simply, this is just they're proposing an idea. Oh, I should mention with the game jam, if you're not familiar, game jam is not like guaranteed content. If you've ever seen other companies do this, literally they just give developers time to work on pet projects, things that they've thought about, and they pitch it. These may go to a poll, they may not, but these are just pitches. So nothing here is ever set in stone. It may change completely, it may not change, and it may not come into the game. We have no idea. So these are just things that the Jmods and the developers have been working on, and so we're going to talk about them. So what they're proposing is a change to the board at the shipyard to where you can go in and create sail patterns and different colors and things for customizing your boat, not limited to just sails. So they proposed changing the color of your sail as well as updating the trim for your boat. Those are two pretty simple ones to start out. But what this gives us is an interface for future customizations. That's not like you have to have a special paint or everybody's boat looks the same. So the sail patterns to me, they look kind of basic, really kind of flat. I hope that if this does come into the game, that they give these sails some texture because right now it all just looks kind of flat. And I mean,
Hmm.
even the sails that we have on our boats right now, with the white and the cream texture, or the with the white and the cream color, they just kind of look flat. So a little bit of texture and shadows would go a long way. But that dragon sail looks sick. And so there's just concepts of what could come into the game, but they talked about like a champion's sail or an infernal sail, how you would unlock those, currently unknown. But the prospects of like boat customization with this interface seem to be unlimited. Like the possibilities rather are unlimited. So I'm kind of excited about that one. Not as much as the music one, but definitely excited for some like just pops of color when you're going around sailing. And for your own boat, that is. Like if you wanted to have a special outfit that you wear while you're sailing around, could match your boat to look the same, which is really cool. I'm kind of surprised that this wasn't something that was released with sailing as the skill. And it took a game jam to do this because yeah, there's so much you can do. And I wish this was something that we could have gotten initially. But I am excited that
Hmm.
they're planning to do it.
I was gonna say I'm definitely not devastated that it wasn't out on release. I mean, I think it's tough to make with the graphics of RuneScape. I think it's tough to make the sails look really really full. But I think you're right. Trying to do something to add texture might make it look a little bit more full. But if they can't, I'm not gonna be devastated
Yeah.
because it's just how the sails in old school look. It's a fantasy game, you know.
Mhm.
Sure, fine with me. I think it's got really cool potential. You know, I think maybe doing something to make some of these colors unlockable would be
Mhm.
fun, you know? Like maybe complete I don't wanna don't lock them by sailing level, maybe lock them by like, I don't know, sea charting or something really simple, you know? Lock them behind something simple and attainable so you just can't instantly rip black sails off of the start because not that anything wrong with that, right? They're cool. Black sails would be super cool. Nothing wrong with that. But I just like a good unlockable cosmetic, you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
Other than that, though, big fan of these. I think it would be very interesting to see what they can do with these unlockable items, like how it could work. I know they said like your current thoughts are leaning towards crafting them with existing items, dragon items, to create like dragon plate bodies, for example, a dragon plate body sync. It'd be interesting to show that, like, hey, go show the shipwright your champion's cape and you unlock the champion's sale because like you can't cheese that, you know, you can't buy a champion's cape. Theoretically you can't buy an infernal cape either. You can obviously, but like theoretically you can't, you know.
Yeah. I was thinking like the diary cape, quest cape, but the quest cape would be hard because what if you didn't do all the quests? They lock you out of that cape. So would your sale just revert? That would be something they
I
have
think
to
that'd be
figure out.
funny as shit
Yeah.
if your sale reverted. I think that would be funny as shit.
You magically just don't get it anymore.
It's not even that you don't get it, it's not like it's totally locked, but just like the regular quest cape, you just can't use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you just can't use it until you finish all the quests again. So get good, nerd.
It
Finish the
it
quests.
would make that more of a flex if you only were able to use a quest cape sale after you completed the quests and it would go away if you didn't. That's the
Yeah,
only way
it's got
I would
potential.
like that. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of really cool things they could do with customization. This game is so expansive into what you could customize with. Like, just for laughs, as a suggestion, I just completed an easy task on Deadman mode to go ask Hans my age in Lumbridge. How cool would it be to get a veteran cape sale?
Ooh,
How cool would it be to get a 5, 10, 15, 20 year veteran cape sale?
that'd be really
So you
cool.
see like the two X's when you fly by. Like, that's really cool. That'd be a very interesting concept. And I think that's awesome. So stuff like that I think has a lot of really cool potential for customization, because RuneScape is a game that is built for customization, which is nice.
Mm.
So, and then they also have the new metal trims, which I will concede with Michael that this is probably one they should have thought of on release. Not that, like, I'm not blaming you, I'm not knocking you, but the trims not matching the color of the boat is enough to drive someone like me insane.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're adding the metal trims to match the rest of the metal on the boat. You know?
Yeah. It'd be cool if the trim gave your boat a little bit of armor too. If it was functional like that, not just decorative. Because there is parts of the boat that, like your keel and your hull and the helm, those parts add stats to your boat. I don't see
Mhm.
why the trim couldn't if it wasn't
I
paint.
think the trim is strictly decorative though, is the tricky part. Like, the trim is just strictly decorative. I'm thinking of it more like a metallic paint than I am
Oh,
reinforcing it with
I see.
metal,
You're right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that. Next up, do you want to take the next one?
Sure, combat achievements are getting the menu for the combat achievements interface is getting overhauled theoretically, and I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks really neat. I like this kind of, I know it's not everyone's favorite, this like league style boss image. I think their reasoning behind it is fun, that like they kind of want to leave some of the mystery for when players actually get there for the first time and see that, like, oh yeah, this is what this is supposed to look like. I think that's neat. I'm really hoping it's easier to work because, to their point, currently it is not very intuitive. The combat achievement system is frustrating at best to use from time to time because you just have to go all over the fucking place. Like, you have to go back to, if I pull it up on my main, I have to click on the combat achievements thing. Oh, I already completed 2 combat tasks. I don't know what combat tasks I completed. Probably ones for the new Griffin boss. I just opened that up on the main. Surprise. Oh yeah, look at that. It's all the Shellbane Griffin shit that I did, I guess. But currently you have to go to the top right, click on bosses. It's just a list of names that aren't where you kind of think they should be, if that makes sense. Because there's like you know, the kind of
Oh
throws it
yeah.
off sometimes. So there's that. And then you click on it, like you click on Phantom Muspa, it shows difficulty, but that doesn't really say much, right? Like, in my opinion, difficulty doesn't give you much to go on, but you have to click on the actual view tasks to then go in and view said tasks. And the filters are kind of strange. I think it's fine for what it is right now, but it's alphabetical order. It is alphabetical order, Ralph. I'm just kind of dumb. So that's what throws me off. Overall, I think this new combat achievements interface is going to look a lot nicer.
Yes.
I think it's going to look a lot nicer.
Way more user friendly. And I think my favorite part is using the hilt as the
Hmm.
indicator. Because right now it's swords, which doesn't translate like anywhere within the
Hmm.
combat system, except for the fact that like bronze, steel, black, rune, dragon, godsword.
Hmm.
Like at the start, that probably, I mean, that did make sense. But
Yeah, it was
the
fine. It was fine
hilts,
at the start, but now the hilts make it look pretty cool.
yeah.
I'm excited. I think overall I'm pretty excited. I like that they're gonna have the total kills and the PBs on there too. Big fan of that.
Oh, does it not do that
And then
right
an
now?
actual, I don't believe it does.
Let me check. World
So let's go
Titans.
to bosses, Phantom
Oh, it
Muspa.
does. It
It
already
does show
does.
that. It does show that. Yeah.
It'll just be more visually appealing, which I'm all
Hmm.
for. And it's also cool because they've given each boss like an arbitrary place within the progression. So you have introductory, early game, mid game, late game, end game. And they do make a note that's like it's pretty subjective. It's going to be pretty subjective and not everyone is going to agree with where some of these bosses are placed, but they're open to changes. They're open to like being kind of fluid with it as things get released. Because right now, I mean, introductory, you have things like Bryophyta, Obor, Scurious, Temporos, Wintertod. Like to me, I would put Scurious in the early game because it's definitely a harder fight than like Giant Mole. But again, it's all subjective. Um, None of this is like really set in stone. So it's just to give people an idea of, hey, if you're able to do Barrows, you're pretty in the early game.
Yeah, I think some of these are like this is the first time I'm actually looking at some of them. I think calling deranged archaeologist mid game along with a moxolotl is odd. I also think I mean the end game ones look fine. The end game ones seem pretty fair and reasonable, you know.
Yeah,
I
DT2,
think
Raids, Doom, Zuck, Yama.
for the combat achievements for Yama, are those like super difficult end game ones though? They're not easy by any means. But like I got 7 of 11 completed for Yama right now. And that's just the speed runner completing a contract, speed chaser, and then no toppings, no drinks. So
I
no
think
toppings, no
it's
drinks, just kind of have to commit to.
I
But
think with Yama, the idea is that some of the combat achievements are tied to the contracts, if I'm not
nope, it's only
mistaken.
one.
Oh, really?
Nope, only
Oh,
one contract. Only one CA is tied to contracts, and it's called contractually unbound. Defeat Defeat
Yonder.
Yama under the elevated conditions of one of his non-standard contracts. So do a radiant contract.
Ah,
That's what that is. Do a radiant contract. And then speedrunner and the speed chaser kill with an average time. No toppings, no drinks is kill Yama without anyone healing using anything anything other than pineapple pizza, and no potions.
hmm.
So it's like prayer flicking through the entire fight, which sucks. But you can use moths. Oh, right, because because you're not healing. And okay, yeah. See, Ralph out there with stonks. You can use moths for that. Okay,
Hell yeah.
that's actually so nice that you don't have to do that. That's a fucking heater idea. That's great, Ralph. Good shout. But no, I think the new interface looks good. I've grown to really love this. Like they introduced this kind of like chibi boss image around the time of like Shattered Relics League, and honestly, I kind of like it. It's really grown on me. I kind of like it.
Like the
So
pixel art.
yeah, the pixel art's really grown on me. I like it.
Whoever their pixel artist is they've done good work. I know that most of the assets are probably pixel art, but it's for the bosses, they've done a good job, and it brings that like it's a very old school thing, and I'm glad that that's part of our visual
Hmm.
library now because it's nice.
It is. It really is.
It's hard to translate some of these bosses into small images when you're looking at the actual boss image. Some stuff can get lost in translation. So having some way to standardize it, it's a really good concept.
If I could make one artistic critique, in the late game, there are 2 versions of Verzik Vitor, presumably for Theater of Blood and Theater of Blood entry mode. But if we go down to the end game, we'll also see Verzik Vitor in her spider form. We need to change entry mode Verzik to Verzik sitting in the chair. If that's how we're going to play at Jagex, we need a P1 Verzik for entry mode, a P2 Verzik for regular Tob, and a P3 spider form Verzik for hard mode Tob. It's right in front of you. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't often like to critique the arc style because usually everyone's cooking. Somebody's got to get on that and make Verzik in the chair for entry. It just has to happen. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, but you want to make it look visually appealing and differentiate the two. That's the other one I struggle to differentiate is Nightmare. I know the difference as a seasoned player that regular Nightmare is late game and Fazani's Nightmare is end game.
Yeah.
But if the goal is to make it more visually understandable, maybe find some way to make Fazani's a little bit differentiated as well. But other than that, you guys are absolutely cooking with this. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too. And not that it's going to make me do the combat achievements, but I do like how it is going to be visually presented.
You never know, Michael. You never know. You could get on it. Maybe Michael, do you have the hard combat achievements done in your Iron Man?
Yeah, I do. I think one of my
Hmm.
goals for the year was supposed to be elite combat diaries on the
I
on the
might need
iron.
to ponder the orbs and see what I need to have Michael do before bingo. Because if Michael's going to be my co-captain, we kind of got to bust it down a little bit. And no, to everyone out there who's already going to ask, I am not doing bingo on my Iron Man. For the good of the team, I got to do that shit on the main.
What if we got
Got to do that shit
Ralph
on the main.
and Fear and TMD somehow, and we had a 5-man GIM team all on the same team?
TMD is not going to play on our team. Promise you that right now. If TMD plays at all, he's going to be with the Pathologic boys.
True.
He's not going to play on our team. But yeah, you baited us last bingo with that. Look what happened. See?
Sorry,
I'm not falling
Ralph.
for that, Michael. I got to play on the main. I got to do it. I got to play on the main, or else I don't think we'll be able to do some of the content that I know we're capable of doing. You
You
know?
got to play on the main because nobody wants to hear you bitch all week. Well, bitch more than you normally do.
Listen, I want to be on an account that can help carry where I need to, you know? And I can't do that on the iron because I'm not good at the game. But who knows? All right. So yeah, Michael, we got to find something for you to complete. We got to find something for you to get on top of.
I want to get a Noxious Howley. That's my goal. Either a Noxious Howley or a Bludgeon before bingo. Likely not going to happen, but I have the task.
4K no Los Dos, dude. 4K no Los Dos.
I have an Araxor task that it was 250 Araxites, and I've done 60 Araxor so far, 60 or 70. So I haven't broke 100 KC, so I'm not anywhere near drop rate for at least one piece. But I want a Noxious Howley, so I can vibe.
Could be fun. Could be a lot of fun. Think about it.
But next up here on the Game Jam, we got something by Mod Ash. Now, this one's a little bit more, I'd say, convoluted, but in essence, he's rewritten the code for skill guides. So what this means is old school RuneScape may have something similar to what RS3 has, where when you level up, you do get the level up message still, and you can always just like click continue, read what's going on. But we have an unfortunate situation in our game where if something interrupts you or you accidentally click, that message goes away and you don't get to see the level up message or anything that you've unlocked. And for early game, that can be kind of important because you're unlocking a lot of stuff, especially new players who aren't as versed in this game and know that like by level this, and this, you get these unlocks. So imagine you're doing agility and you just hit 20. Well, you might still go to the same, you might still be at the same course that you're on. You know, you're still in Draenor or something, but you didn't know that you could go to Alcarid. And that's a problem because not everybody's going to check. So what he did was he rewrote the code and allowed for level up messages to be viewed basically how they have in RS3, where the skill icon will flash, you'll click on it after you level up, and it'll give you a short summary of everything that you've unlocked. With this, it also allows for future integrations into the skill guides to be done across multiple skills. So again, it's kind of convoluted. Basically, the way that they redid this was it's all kind of stored in a database rather than like a text file, and so it can be scaled across different skills, different menus, a lot easier than it was before. So yeah, big thank you to Mod Ash for going through and putting in the work to give us a more seamless experience. This one's kind of simple, but it is impactful. So I'm excited.
I hope this one comes into the game unpulled because I gotta love with you. I fucking love the RS3 level up interface.
Mhm.
They do it so much better than we do. The RS3 level up interface absolutely fucks, where it tells you everything. And it also gives you like 39 agility is a requirement for a tourist trap. It's not, but it's an example. Like it gives you this. Or, you know, with 56 wood cutting, you now have all of the requirements you need for Grim Tales. Again, 56 wood cutting is not a requirement for Grim Tales, whatever. But I really like that it integrates the quests and I like that as soon as you click on the skill guide, it shows you immediately what's relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Because that for me during RS3 leagues was a really fun and satisfying part as basically a new player on looking at that and going like, oh yeah, this makes actually total sense now. Like I'm a big fan of this. I love the RS3 level up interface. So very excited that this is coming to old school. Hopefully. I hope this is like an integrity change that's made soon.
I
Because
would imagine.
again, I ain't got too many levels to gain left on the main, but just think about this like for leagues or something, dude. Or like when new players come over, man, I'm excited. I'm all the shit that I'm giddy about for this game jam is like just structural shit that like we always were like, oh, if they broke out the tool belt this game jam, I think this would be like the funnest one they've ever done. You know?
Do you think we'll ever get the tool belt?
No, I don't think we will, sadly. I don't think because I think the tool belt, unfortunately, as goated of an update as it would be, I think it's too much like RS3. And I think if you give a mouse a tool belt, you have to give a mouse a coin pouch. And if you give a mouse a coin pouch, you have to give a mouse a currency pouch. And then people are going to throw a fit. I don't obviously think that the tool belt and the coin pouch are bound together. Obviously not, right? I'm just saying. Because how does the tool belt work in PvP? That's the question. How does the tool belt work in PvP? Does it not work in the wilderness? And if so, is that something where the wilderness has just another awkward and stupid mechanic? Whereas a new player, you've been carrying around a pickaxe with you without ever having to worry about it until you go into the wilderness. And now suddenly you need a pickaxe to mine that rock. Like, motherfucker, in my tool belt, I have one, but you have to carry it on you for the risk or something like that. So I think PvP makes it kind of awkward. And I think that, I don't know, I love it. I love the tool belt. I love upgrading the tool belt in RS3. I thought that was a ton of fun. I'm just concerned that it's not going to work the way it is in RS3 for old school. Would I like to see it? 100 million %.
Yeah.
But I think they would really have to go to the drawing board and really get some positive community feedback before they pulled the trigger on that, unfortunately.
We have Tool Belt Light, which is just barbarian activities, but not everything makes sense. Like, you can't have a barbarian chisel because how are you going to chisel? How are you going to cut gems without a chisel?
It's just
punch
it.
them, chip them with your fingernails.
Yeah, you're a barbarian. Just punch them. You know, I feel like barbarian is kind of the way that they have done the tool belt, which you're right. I think that's a more old school thematic way to do it, where you just add more barbarian training into the game, because we've already done it for farming, we've done it for fishing, we've kind of done it for fire making, though nobody is going to use bows to do fire making. You know, barbarian herb lore is weird, right? Like, you do barbarian wood cutting, where you're just like,
yeah.
You know?
My issue with that is, how would you scale the pickaxe and the axe? If you're just going to be kicking rocks and punching trees like in Minecraft, is it equivalent to a steel axe with your hands?
I think that's the thing, you don't.
You don't.
Because I think barbarian fishing is the equivalent of just a regular harpoon and not a dragon harpoon, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. Overall, though, level up interface, absolutely hype. Speaking of things that are technical and hype, multi-level visibility. Listen, there's not much I'm going to have to say about this update. It's going to be fun. You get to see people, like, there's not a whole lot of levels, multi-level things that you encounter, but still, it's fun. Like, you could see people on the top of Theater of Blood doing their clues. You could see people maybe on the top row of Motherlode Mine, if you can't already see them.
Can watch people do like weird role play stuff where they think they're hidden.
I guess. Yeah,
cringe.
I mean, this one, I'm interested because they show the video of the desert. They show this video of the desert, which I don't think is a part of the desert. So if you go down to multi-level visibility and you scroll down where it says, we thought we'd show you a few highlights of other possibilities.
It's like a 1 second video.
It's a 1 second video that says NPCs and players could now jump from level to level, which is cool. However, is this a teaser for Menaphos? Are they slyly putting a Menaphos teaser in here? Because This area is not currently in the game.
Oh, really?
This looks like a desert camp. And if you look off to the sea, it looks like the camps that are by Menethos, because there is a charting spot. As a matter of fact, this looks
Shit.
pretty close to that part of Menethos where because it lines up on the map because there's the camp, the charting spot, and then the wall with that kind of curve how it goes down, down, over, and then the big square. That's on the map. So
Oh.
are they just casually showing things off for Menethos right now? Because like that area of the game, I believe you can possibly get to. Yeah, you can get there from the ruins of Unka. So it's possible to get there now. But that's got some potential, dude. That's Menethos. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat that they're putting that in there. Oh, we wouldn't notice that little teaser, but we did.
Mod Big Rig. What a name. Giving us the teasers.
Opening the possibility for flying vehicles is very silly too.
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's nothing.
Okay. I mean, like, are they saying that you could potentially have a balloon that you just ride around in Gillinor?
Possibly. I don't think it's gonna mean anything. Like, I'm not gonna take the like, oh my god, we're definitely gonna get it. We're gonna get flying balloons because wow, that would be a weird update. Flying balloons in old school. It is fun though.
I think
It's kind of fun.
the one that would probably be utilized the most is they say agility courses become much more alive and you'll be able to see the chat from players doing the course when you are not. So just imagine a bunch of people running on the roofs in RD and you can see them from the ground, which would be really, really cool.
Mhm.
I currently don't have roofs showing, but I probably would turn that on if there was actually activities going on around in these higher planes.
I don't know if I would. I hate having roofs on because I don't
Oof.
like that the roofs flash is my issue. The roofs
Oh.
flash on and off. I'm not the biggest fan.
I wish they did an update where it was like instead of flashing on and off, it would just give you like a blurry view of it or like a shadowy view as you're running by. Just a weird little opening.
Yeah, Ralph says you can do it so they only turn off when you're in the room.
Ooh.
Still, I'm just not. No, not a fan. What can I say? Not a fan.
Not a fan. Well, this next one, I don't really understand it, but I'm going to talk about it, and that might be a problem. Teleport Map by Mod Necro. So they say teleports, a wonderful way to travel around Gillinor. Would you not agree? So what's happening here is they're giving us a map with all of the teleport locations. I read through this and I still didn't really understand how this is going to be implemented because to me, it seems like a very basic proof of concept that got shown. Like they've got a poorly drawn map with a bunch of like fairy ring icons and teleport icons on what's supposed to be the map of Gillinor, but it's
Mhm.
very low res. I'm sure that the art team would have a big hand in this if it were to be released, and it would look phenomenal. But right now, you kind of can already do this with Runelight, where if you go around the map, you can check and see which fairy ring codes are where, and you can see. I'm sure they have teleport locations. So I'm gonna go to Artie. Yep, I mean it's already there. So like if you go to Artie and you go to the middle of the little square there, there's already an A on the map. So to me, this is a little bit more confusing as to what they're actually trying to give us. But maybe it's just adding to a system that already exists with a lot more functionality because we already have teleport icons and we have like icons for spirit trees, but maybe this is just giving us a more detailed look into that. Now, if you say this might be an instance where if you open the map and you click on Artie, it teleports you there rather than having to go into your spell book to do it. I'm not sure,
Mhm.
but more to come on this, I guess.
I think they make this not look like shit. It's got some cool potential. You know, could be pretty neat.
Yeah, because they've already given us updated like teleport maps with the Quetzal and what's another good example? I think they updated this
Penton of 80s.
the Pentavat. Yeah, that one. That one's really good. So like stuff that came with Varlamore, the teleport interfaces are really nice. And you can get some cool teleport interfaces with Runelight, but I guess not everybody uses Runelight. This would be kind of cool for mobile. Sometimes I fat finger the teleports and I go places I don't mean to go because the icons are so small.
Yeah, and I think that's their thing is they always want to make this game. They want to make the desktop version with Runelight and the not desktop version on mobile. They want to have parity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think this teleport map has merit. I like it. It has merit. It's good. I think it looks kind of bad. So I mean, preferably Jagex, you make it not look bad. But I mean, fix it.
And we're cooking.
Sure. I like it. I like the idea. Oh, Michael. Can you do me a favor and just read the title of the last one? Just read the title and then who it's by.
Revenant Cave Rework by Mod Banked.
Oh my god. Okay.
The first sentence, it says, Mod Banked with a wilderness-focused game jam. We can scarcely believe it ourselves. We can't fault his consistency. So let's take a look at what he's got to working on this time.
I didn't know anyone needed to be tasked with making the Revenant caves worse. I didn't know that was part of game jam. Hey guys, we have Revenant caves kind of where we like them. They're botted, but everything is botted. What if, hear me out. What if we opened up some hotspots, re-added a wilderness area, made the shape of the cave uglier than sin, and then said, oh yeah, we'll bring back Maltese. Because that went so well the first time. Don't worry, guys. We're making it so that there won't be an incentive to protect the cave with clans. What in the fuck? Who? Literally, there's a section that says, won't protection just come back? It's possible, but we're not convinced there's any reason for them to exist. There are still a great number of spots for players to kill Revenants outside of multi-combat, meaning they can chase their unique rewards or consistent GP without incurring the risk that comes with multi-way combat. So we don't expect players to ask other groups to protect them for the same reasons as we saw in the past. Adding on to that, the 100k minimum GP entrance fee makes it far too costly for massive groups to throw themselves into the meat grinder while wielding only a crystal bow. So we'd expect to see more meaningful and interesting fights than swarms of naked elven rangers. I didn't know it was anybody's job to make the Revenant caves worse. Why?
I kind of agree.
Did we do this?
The caves are nice where they're at.
It is the cave. Literally, someone said this is a massive L, and Vacant Void responded with the image of the cave and said it is literally shaped like an upside down L. Who in the world? Like, literally, they said, oh, we're actually trying to make the wilderness greater. So what if we moved the fucking entrances and by the major arena?
In deep wildy.
In deep wildy. By the fucking teleport lever. By the one place that people don't want to get PK'd. By the fucking teleport lever. Because you have to go to the major arena bank. Or you have to do a clue scroll. Why in the world would we do this? And then, let's make it better. Because we can make it so that if you don't have the wilderness diary done, it's exponentially more expensive to get in.
Like by a lot.
Don't worry, that'll deter bots. Apparently, with no wilderness diary done, they're suggesting a 500k entrance fee.
So
goodbye,
much.
early game moneymaker. Goodbye, early game moneymakers for Iron Man. Oh, don't worry, guys. Irons will be able to get loot from Revenants, including Maldictus, right? If Maldictus spawns in singles plus, it'll guarantee a spawn in a multi-combat zone. So there'll be 2 Maldictus at once. The fuck does that mean? Right? Like what? Provide some means for loot in the higher level caves to automatically move to your inventory or looting bag, letting you focus on your surroundings. Okay, so an auto looting feature. Can we just add that to the wilderness without fucking up the Revenant caves? It'll make killing bots worth a little more money. I mean, I guess. I guess. I don't know. I don't love it. I really, if you want to combat botting, can we just have the diary changes? Why do we have to move the entrances or the exits? Why do we have to reintroduce multi-combat? Why would people even go to the multi-combat spots? Do they have better loot? Nope. No better loot. That does mean there is an inherently less significant motivator to risk it in multi-combat, since you'll have single plus variants and 2 locations to opt for instead of if you're a solo player. But we do think there's appeal. Fucking what? What's the appeal? Having friends around to help kill revenants means you can risk less, since you'll be able to contribute damage. Revenants dying quicker means less time for them to make use of their powerful regen, so your GP per hour is likely to remain solid even in a group of friends. You can squat up without massive risk, secure some consistent GP, and mess around with your pals to try to escape anti-PK or seek out violence on your own terms. What? Who asked for this? Who asked for this? You know I'm not normally that guy.
No.
And you know what? I've been wrong with wilderness updates before. I was very vocal about how the new changes to the bosses were likely going to ruin them and make them impossible, because the escape caves were going to be a cesspool of PKers. I've been wrong before. I'll be the first to admit that. But man, I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah, I
don't
kind
know.
of agree with you. It's like, who asked for this? I don't know. Especially the multi-combat. The multi-combat area seems to me like a really, like, they're just being naive, because they even said
Yeah,
it. They're like, "Hey,
did
but
somebody pay Mod Manx to put
This,
fucking
bro.
multi-combat back in the Revenant caves?
Put your tinfoil hat on," because I was just thinking that. I'm like, why?
Like,
Why is the guy who used to be a content creator, now turned mod, making a change that nobody asked for? Maybe he has a stake in it.
is there a Mod Bedge, BEJ, that we should look into? It's actually just Mod Jeb backwards. He's wearing like a fucking mustache disguise. Like, why in the fuck would we make Revenant Caves multi-combat? Revenant Caves were changed because of how toxic they were in multi-combat.
People
Did we just forget that?
I do think it's a problem that will spring back up, because why would you kill them in a single area? Why would you kill them in singles if you could pay somebody to protect you? Why? There's zero risk doing that, and it becomes pay to win again. And if this goes through, it's likely to become a big problem again. Now, the
Yeah.
only difference is you have the option to kill them in singles, but this whole like buddy buddy system of we're gonna go kill revenants in a group and have fun, and maybe
We'll do it
choose
together.
violence in our own terms. No, you're gonna get piled by big clans, and eventually they're going to bring back protections, and it's just gonna get real world traded again. Like, I think this is extremely naive.
This is such a stupid idea, because here's my question, right? Let's say I'm in a big multi-clan. I'm 50 people deep in a multi-clan of max PKers. I'm a max main. I got my elite diary done. Doesn't cost me a fucking thing. I got 5 bill bank. 100K, that's nothing. I got 10 return sets in my bank. What is stopping me from taking my boys to the other side of the cave? There's 3 long hallways. What? But you guys don't understand. There's 3 long hallways. And don't worry, we've made it really easy for everyone, because we've concentrated the fucking revenants in 4 different locations. They're out of the way of foot traffic. If the revenants aren't everywhere in the cave, all the foot traffic is going to go to where they are. Am I stupid? Do I not get it?
You get it. It just seems like the 4
Like-
areas that they chose, it seems weird. Like, I like right now the way that it is, where you have different sections for the different types of monsters. And if you go up to the north, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. And as you're farther down south, they're easier to kill, and it's less risk because maybe you can teleport away. But everything is in its place. And I do really think
Exactly.
that the current Rev's cave is in a really good spot. What they could do, and this may end up happening, is they could just make a completely like they could keep the current cave how it is, and they could just make a completely separate multi-combat cave and put the revs there too. You don't need to connect them. You don't need to change the layout. Just make a completely separate cave in like 45 wilderness so people can't teleport out, and maybe make it to where you can't hop worlds as often there and you have to come in the entrance. I don't know.
I still think the concept is a little ridiculous. I still think the
Yeah.
concept is
We don't need
ridiculous.
it.
I just don't
Nobody asked for
I
it.
don't understand. I really don't understand why we needed to bring back multi-combat Revenant caves. Like literally the way this layout looks, first of all, uglier than shit. I'm sorry. I know I'm real critical of the things that ModMank does, and part of me does apologize. It's not a personal thing. I just am not a fan of this man's wilderness proposals. The cave looks awful. The cave now at least looks like a cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
The current Revenant cave looks like a cave. It looks like a Slayer cave, because that's what it is. Revenants are Slayer monsters. It looks like a Slayer cave, like every other Slayer cave looks like in the game. The Catacombs of Korend, the Neve Slayer cave, and the Gnome Stronghold, the Fremennik Slayer dungeon, even the Wilderness Slayer cave. It looks like that. This looks like a poorly drawn thing to just get people to filter into one of 3 different locations, like lambs to the slaughter. I think this is a stupid idea. And I'm sorry. Okay, cool. I'm sure it's got its merits. I'm sure if this comes into the game, I'll be wrong. Whatever. That's fine with me. I think it's not like the old wilderness bosses. It's not like the old wilderness bosses where they're broken. And as someone who racked up 1100 KC at Broken Venenatis could admit, yeah, this probably isn't the way we're supposed to kill the boss. You know,
I
I get
remember
that.
we were so wrong about that.
We were wrong about that. We really were. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Revenant caves need a change. I think the only thing that people want to change in the Revenant caves is more PvP.
Less bots, more PvP. But
Less
you can't
bots,
really
more PvP.
do that.
Okay. Then don't make it worth any money. Or make the only money in the game come from the wilderness. I don't know what to tell you.
All or nothing. I just like thinking about RS3. I would vote yes to opt in PvP, 100%. And if they changed the bosses in the wilderness to where you had to opt in to kill them, sure. But like going into the wilderness to do skilling activities, like I want to thieve rogues' chests. I want to kill. I want to catch chinchompas without having to worry about the risk. I want to use the altar, the chaos altar, without much without issues. But right now, you're either being hunted or you're hunting somebody else. You know, like opt in
Mhm.
PvP would be really fun.
I mean, it might be.
Sudtone says
Maybe
the
I'm just
wilderness is balanced around the fact that it's PvP, and it is. So it would take a lot of changes that potentially could be, seen as growing pains. But it's not like the wilderness is a make or break it thing for me. If it never changes, I'm completely fine. But it is a change that I would like to see.
I don't think getting rid of PvP in the wilderness is a bad thing. I don't think that most of the player base enjoys full loot hunter versus hunted PvP, because it's not PvP. It's running for your life while getting
Yeah,
ragged
yeah.
or anti-PKing against a fucking Terminator. Like, I think, sure, it's got merit, whatever, keep it. But also, does anybody like that? I don't think anybody likes that. I'm sorry. I really don't think anybody enjoys full loot PvP in the wilderness. I think it feels really bad. And I don't know. I struggle to think of, I don't want to say how this benefits, but I struggle to think of a world in which encouraging multi-combat PvP makes anyone want to go out into the Revenant caves. I love the Revenant cave. I think they're a ton of fun. I like Revenant Slayer tasks. I like Revenant Maledictus tiles on bingos. I like the Revenants. I think they're fun. I also think this is a bad choice.
Yeah.
I think this is just an objectively bad choice. But who knows? Maybe, again, maybe we're wrong. Maybe Michael and I look stupid. And maybe that's okay.
I doubt it, but that is yet to be seen. If this is polled, I will be voting no. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't vote no generally for things, but I do think if you bring you bring up great points like this, nobody asked for this, and they're just being naive about the repercussions, like massively naive.
Exactly. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants this. We don't need this.
I'm sure people want it, but I'm struggling to think why this is relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure people now are like, hell yeah, give me that. I want multi revs. Bring it back. I love being toxic.
Who?
I mean, there's
But that's the thing.
there's a
Who
small
wants
community that
multi-revs?
loves whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's people who play Ultimate Iron Man. In my book, why would you play Ultimate Iron Man? But they're out there. They exist.
You know what? That's fair. But Ultimate Iron Man, I feel like Jurassic Park. When the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists. When Ultimate Iron Man get updates, it doesn't negatively impact the rest of the fucking player base.
They can void.
That's the issue with these PvP updates.
Yeah.
I'm not one to sit here and be a piece of shit towards PvPers. Our last episode was literally all about dead man mode. And I think that it's fine. Sure, you opt into it. That's totally fine. At the same time, man, I don't know. I think it's bad. When the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists. Revenant Cave update, bad. You know what? It's not even all bad. Diary requirement for a cheaper payment, good. I'll take that. Diary requirement for cheaper payment, good. You know,
I agree. That probably like
auto loot system that's tied into diaries, good. I'll take that. Right?
yeah, agreed.
Because now as a PvPer, then there's no risk. There's no risk that whoever you're hunting just didn't pick up the loot because now it just got auto looted into the looting bag. And that adds a lot of adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
You spike a crossbow and all of a sudden that bitch is in your looting bag. You gotta go. You gotta go. You know? So some of the ideas have some potential. The main idea fucking sucks. Let's not do it.
Agreed. Well, that is the last one here. That was the last one. That's a wrap for all the Game Jam pitches. Not all of them, because there are, like I said at the beginning, there are some that they didn't tell us about. And I think that literally just came down to stuff that they're not able to share publicly. It's all stuff that
It's
beyond.
probably related to like post Blood Moon Rises, post Fractured Archive, you know?
Well,
It's probably related to
So
that.
I'll read what they said. Straight out of the gate, you've likely noticed that there are fewer pitches than we've shared in the past. This time around, our Jmods found themselves drawn to back-end system work and projects that would need a big old spoiler sticker slapped across them. We saw so many fantastic, innovative pitches that will make our devs' lives easier when it comes to designing, testing, and implementing, plus some really exciting iterations on potential future content. So we'll keep some of our secrets for now, but it doesn't make these pitches we're about to share any less exciting. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it's potentially things that they could be using for raids 4. Like, hey, we've got this system that wasn't originally planned to be done this way, but I'm going to take my time and give you an easy way to do it. So yeah, it's probably just future content, which is cool because we'll get to see the fruits of that soon. Hopefully, we're not waiting years and years. If I had to guess. Oh, another one that we didn't mention was Cow Boss. That was a Game Jam project.
Yeah, Cow Boss is coming out in like 2 weeks, which means there will, like, we can't spoil one thing. Cow Boss will 100 bajillion% be on the bingo board. That I will confirm through and through.
Moo.
There will be Cow Boss on the bingo board. Fear
Oh,
not.
hell yeah.
Cow Boss will be on
February
there.
25th is when Cow Boss comes out. And there will be a pet, gamers. There's a pet.
Beef. I hope there's a regular cow transmog for it.
That'd be fun.
Like I obviously the pet will look cool, but I really hope there is a like just a transmog for like a regular old Lumbridge cow. I think that'd be
a little
super
calf
cool.
that follows you around. Man, that's gonna be good. So theoretically, probably the easiest pet in the game to get. So we're gonna see it a lot, but I'm excited. Cow Boss, February 25th. It's actually, less than a week. If you're listening to this at the day of release, the next Wednesday is going to be the release date for Cow Boss and hard mode Cow Boss, which is it's like not harder than awakened versions of the DT2 bosses, but they said like mechanically it's up there. So it's not like a insta kill. You're just gonna get in there and whack it. Like when they had, I gotta remember when they had the content creators. Did they say anybody was able to kill it? I don't think so.
No, but I mean, you got to remember that they only had like an hour or two with it. So if they couldn't kill it, oh well, you know.
Oh well. Ralph says they're making a Cow Boss. Yeah, Ralph, where have you been, brother? Get ready. Moo.
I think it's gonna be fun. Overall, the game jam. Other than the Revenant Cave proposal, game jam looks pretty good. I'm excited for bingo. I'm excited for all the other new stuff that we're going to be doing here with the good old Xpwaste podcast and talk about a lot today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I don't think there's anything
Feeling
else I
good?
wanted to get to.
Yeah, feeling like at that point it might be time for break.
Should do it.
So, folks, enjoy this commercial. Michael and I are going to head to a quick break. And we will be back here very soon to do, I kid you not, achievement of the damn century. Like the achievement of the week is so large that it stretches into the next page, which is very rarely something that ever happens. So come back prepared. But we will see you folks very soon.
Honor. Integrity. Keep the tradition. These are the values we need on the field.
Play ball.
My name is Coach G. Ballington, head coach of the official Gnome Ball League here at the Grand Tree, and I want you to join our team. Who's gonna step up? Gnome Ball is one of the roughest and toughest games this continent has ever seen. Built on a rivalry that still burns to this day, Gnome Ball challenges every ounce of your strength and wit. Form tackle, damn it! Form tackle! Only the strongest adventurers can make it here in the GBL. That's why I'm counting on you to show me what you've got. Get him chopping! Play well enough, and you'll be richer than you ever thought possible. And that's not all. You could find yourself in the GBL Hall of Fame, next to the greats like Speedy Sam, Norda Steel Arms Van Drummond, and the legendary Thunderlegs McNee. You think you got what it takes? Then get over to the Grand Tree and try your luck on the field. Do it for Neve! Honor, glory, and Gnome Ball await you, adventurer. So what are you waiting for?
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break because I know that I sure did. Folks, it is the second half of the episode, which means we are going to kick this shindig off by thanking our Patreon supporters. We're going to start off here. We have no new patrons this week. So on screen now are the wise old man tier folks, the wise old men who are joining us in the recording booth chat today. It's actually been a pretty busy day here in the booth, which is quite nice. So it's good to see people come out. I know we haven't done this in a couple of weeks, so nice to see people come out and tune in and listen to the live episodes. So we do appreciate you guys at the wise old man tier. We're going to move over to the KBD tier now and start the shout outs there. So kicking us off in the King Black Dragon tier, we have Two to Fly, my dad. Hi, Dad. Cloud Kicker, Crash Out Jack, Yama Edition, Elite Oreo Dunker, Kieran, our third favorite Patreon supporter, Ralph, Run Metal 15, Ryan M, Rylithian, and the Big G Jordy. Thank you guys so much for your support at the King Black Dragon tier. You guys do mean the world to us, each and every one of you. Moving on up now to the Big Bad Jad tier, as Michael says. Big, huge, massive Tiz Talk shout out to Franz Skyway, Kyrandia, Mithril Fork, Petite River, Rack and Roll, Soggy Waffles, the S tier Deviled Egg, and Woloznik. Thank you guys so much for your support at the highest of the tiers. Thank you, thank you, thank you 1 bajillion million times. Thank you. You guys are incredible. You really are. You guys should be on the lookout for some sort of live stream update, possibly, given the way the calendar looks. Oh boy, Michael, theoretically, tomorrow is a live stream day.
No.
Why does this always happen to us, where tomorrow is theoretically a live stream day? And because I haven't actually mentioned it this episode, I do still fence. I know I talked about it a little bit at the very beginning. Guess who has to travel across the state at like 5 o'clock in the fucking morning the next day?
Oh, Oxie.
Me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think I'm dragging the missus along if she can come, and my favorite wag is gonna have to sit there for the multi-hour car ride to get across the state to compete in this tournament and coach in this tournament and watch all my friends fence and do so well. So it'll be fun, though admittedly a little exhausting. So there might be a live stream tomorrow night. Who's to say? I suppose we'll see. Maybe it'll be earlier in the day. Maybe when Michael gets home, we can crack out a quick couple hour live stream. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. But other than that, though, you guys are wonderful, our patrons. We love you guys so much. If you want to support, head over to patreon.com/Xpwaste, and you can support for as little as $1 a month, or follow us for free. We don't post anything, but you can still follow us for free and get your name out there. We love you guys so very dearly. Normally, I would move over to the community question, but as my heart snaps in half, I believe there is no community question this week. Am I correct, Mr. Michael?
Yeah. Yes, you're correct.
Okay, so I need you to look me in the eyes. You got to think of a good community question, because I have one, and if your community question sucks, I'm going to override it.
Shit. This week's community question you can answer in the comments section on Spotify and on YouTube will be if you could have a game jam. No, just do yours.
It's so funny. I all I had to do was pressure Michael a little bit, but he had the same exact idea I did, which is fucking hysterical. Give us your game jam pitches.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah. That's a better way
Give
of
us your
saying
game
it.
jam pitches. Give us your pitches. You guys are in charge of the next game jam. Give us your game jam pitches. They read the Revenant Cave rework and thought to themselves,
Ew.
so now you guys are doing it. Go to the comment section on YouTube or the replies on Spotify and post about it, because we want to hear what your guys' game jam pitches are going into next week, or 2 weeks from now, or 4 weeks from now, depending on what our guest schedule looks like. So eventually we'll get to, oh my God, community question is going to be in fucking shambles, you guys. We're going to have to find something. Community question might get tough. We'll figure it out. Damn it. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I think it's time for achievement of the week.
It's achievement
now the
of
community
the
question is done. Yippee. It's not achievement of the week, actually, because the day this episode comes out, it will literally be achievement of the month. The last time we read off achievement of the week, because I'm keeping a log of it now, was January 18th, 2026. Today is February 15th, 2026. So it's been exactly a month the day this episode comes out since the last time we did an achievement of the week. This may be the biggest achievement of the week we've ever had. It actually stretches into the next page by a couple of entries. So
Whoa.
this one's going to be fun. I could probably lower it to make it not do that if I wanted to get crazy with it, but there's a lot. There's a lot of things going on. So to prevent me talking the entire time, I'm going to have Michael read the combat and the miscellaneous ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just to get crazy with it. Get in there, Michael. Read the combat, read miscellaneous, then read combat. How about that? Because we have some pretty damn good achievements across the board.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the combat, we got some really good combat ones.
All right. Well, starting off in the miscellaneous category this week, we have a couple of quest capes. Shout out to Mr. Wentworth. Koi Angel, Tiz Talk Coots, the Bee Lawyer, and Zabvin for all getting their quest capes in the last month. Also, shout out to Jay Goss for 1,100 clogs. Off the top of my head, I don't know which tier that is, but that's a lot. That is more than I have probably combined on both of my accounts, which is absolutely insane. So shout out to you, Jay Goss or Goose. I don't know how you pronounce your name.
I've been calling him Jay Goose for years.
Jay Goose. Okay. Another shout out to Jay Goose.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
He has a YouTube series documenting all of his clogs. So if you haven't, check out his YouTube channel. Moving on to the other achievements in the miscellaneous category, Wheat Toast and UU both got their music cape within the last month. Desh got their diary cape. And here's a fun one. Nate Dogg just got his 15-year cape in RS3. Congrats, Nate. That's a long time. And finally, in the miscellaneous category, Andrew is level 1 dad. Shout out to you for having a baby.
Holy shit. Is that how Andrew? Is that how you say that name?
Yeah.
I've been saying it as Andrew. Oh my God. I'm so fucking stupid. I literally was like AND space ROO.
Andrew. I mean, we're saying the same thing. I'm just.
Yeah, but I'm saying it dumber.
Oh.
Is the issue. I'm just saying it's stupider. So.
Well, Andrew, shout out to you for having a baby. Moving on to the combat category of the combat section of the achievement of the week.
You popped it early, but the thought is there.
Okay.
So.
Okay. We got a couple first fire capes. Shout out to Rune and Paul Mohadib. I'm assuming Paul's is on the GIM, but I don't know if is Rune's on the main? Shout out to you, Rune.
I think Rune's on the main iron, I think.
Hell yeah, dude.
I love shouting people out for their first fire cape who I know already have it on a different account, because I'm like, yeah, that's definitely your first time doing it. Never, ever once.
Not never.
Have you ever got it before?
Freaking TNO learner with the fire cape. Hell yeah. And it's got Radiant Oath Plate. Moving on to a couple first KCs. We have Mush Hush 1, who killed Zola for the first time. Darkstar 1, who also killed Zulwar for the first time. Well, Laser, surprisingly, also killed Zulra for the first time. Tiz Cal Chuck, if you would believe it, also killed Zulra for the first time. And
one of those
Clay.
names is not like the other.
Well, Laser.
Throw that out there for you guys. One of those names is not like the other. One of those names rolled up in blood tore over the theater of blood.
Shout out
to you.
He's
killed Zulra.
Well, Laser,
but,
TNL learner. And finally, Clay on his Iron Man also killed Zolar for the first time. Congrats to all our Zolar
Would you
killers.
believe me if I told you that wasn't his Iron Man and that was his main?
What?
Can we start a rumor? Can we start a rumor that Clay has never killed Zulra before?
Oh, okay.
Can we do that, guys? Can we start a rumor that Clay has never
He's
killed
never
Zulra?
killed Zulra. Like, he's done hard mode Tob, but never not once killed Zulra. Man's a beast. We have Mr. Wentworth with a double-double, killing a corrupted gauntlet for the first time. Buckley Boyo also killed the gauntlet, but the regular one. And finally, Rune, who, if you would believe it, killed Zulra for the first time. Man got his fire cape and said, "You're going down, Snake." Moving on to the combat achievement section of the combat section of achievement of the week. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
That's the line. That's the line. Good job, Michael.
Valkia completed the hard combat achievement, and Melvin Man completed the elite combat achievements. Shout out to you both. We have some quiver cape things happening. So Dinosaur, Nice Sniffer, and Bob Dole all got their quiver within the last month. Congratulations. Huge achievement. In terms of achievements, we have more. Ghost K and F Dish. I guess that's how you say
Fish. I'm an idiot. It's not F dish. It's fish. I missed input. You calm the fuck down.
Is this Fish 2401? The Fish?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Boss Tutor? Yeah.
Yeah. Ghost K and Fish both got Blorva for the first time. Congratulations to you both. That is huge. We have some other big ones, and notably some big names. So Big Gun, AK-47, and Hankerin/Strom both achieved Grand Master combat achievements. Why these were not on the next to Melvin Man, I'm not sure. here we are.
because
Formatting.
GMs are a different tier. Like the way I see it, you finish your GM. I'm not gonna like no disrespect to the other tiers of combat achievements, right? But GM is that's a different animal as a GM player.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like the only reason why it's not the last thing we shout out is just the principle of the thing. Like,
That's true.
I feel like
That's true. Can't argue with that.
feel like because we started shouting out the Infernal Cape last, I want to say we were doing the podcast before combat achievements came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like we've been doing Achievement of the Week for a very, very, very long time. So I don't think that like that's why the Infernal Cape is last, because it's always been last, right?
Not for any other reason.
I think it's because we've been doing Achievement of the Week before GMs even came out. And then even when they did come out, it took Jesse several months to get GMs as our first shout out. So it's in a breed of its own.
Yeah.
The Grandmaster Helm, which is why it's separated from the other combat achievement, if that makes sense.
It does. And speaking of Infernal Capes, big shout out to Clay Taurus and Nice Sniffer for finally getting their Infernal Cape. There will be nothing, according to Oxie, harder than the Infernal Cape that you will ever do in this game. So congratulations. It's finally done. You can play the game. And shout out to Clay for the double this month.
See, this is why we gotta get Michael doing Achievement of the Week more, right? The double is when you appear in two different categories, not two different achievements in the same category.
Did he
Right?
not?
The only one with the double, I think Yu has a double this week
Oh,
with the music cape and another achievement somewhere.
shit.
But-
Mr. Wentworth has
yeah.
a double. They got the miscellaneous quest cape and Killing Zora.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Clay actually just DM'd me in game and said your third favorite Patreon supporter just tattled on you. And I do want to congratulate Clay for killing Zuck before he killed Zulra. So congratulations, big dog. I'm very proud of you.
Hell yeah.
You'll get that snake eventually, man. You'll get the snake killed eventually, Clay. I believe in you.
That's hilarious.
Well, thank you, Michael, for reading off those achievements. I'm going to crank out the skilling category this week because holy shit, y'all been doing a lot of 99s.
Yes.
So I'm just going to list them off for you. This is dating back from January 18th all the way until February 15th. So without further ado, our Rim Job has achieved 99 thieving. Walt Kidney has achieved 99 strength. San Andreas 737 has achieved 99 defense. Juggers has achieved 99 slayer. Fort Whitney on the main has remaxed their account, completing 99 sailing. Sudtone has achieved 99 agility and 99 thieving. Paul Mohadib has achieved 99 strength, I believe, on the Iron Man. Guns Go Bang has achieved 99 defense and 99 slayer. Captain Buddy Fighter has achieved 99 hunter in RS3. Hypoflare has achieved 99 sailing, remaxing their account, I believe. I don't think it was their first time maxing. I think it was a remax as well. Soggy Waffles, my boy from a former bingo team, has achieved 99 firemaking and 99 hunter. Tizcat Rad has achieved 99 construction. Big Daddy Casper has achieved 99 sailing. Rejected Wish has achieved 99 cooking. Shinkiro has remaxed his main account by achieving 99 sailing. Yu with a double this week, the proper double, as it were, has achieved 99 strength and 99 hit points. Wallaby has achieved 99 firemaking, herblore, crafting, and fishing. What is Michael typing on the achievement of the week?
Paul also got the double.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Paul also got the double. Michael has informed me. Michael types things sometimes when I'm talking, and it really throws me off. I'm like, what? I don't process it at first. But yeah, Paul also got a double.
Yeah.
This is why we don't. Let Michael. Yeah, fuck you, Paul. I don't know what to say. Sorry, that really just threw me off. I don't know why. Michael can't be touching my shit.
Sorry.
Fort Whitney again. I have Fort Whitney and then parentheses RTM2EB, Road to Max 2, Electric Boogaloo, with the penultimate episode. Fort Whitney achieved 99 prayer, with only one skill left until Road to Max 2 has been completed. So hopefully we'll see that the next time we do this segment. Remac, I believe the way he worded it was, it's the remade hardcore of the remake, achieved 99 HP, but he did achieve 99 sailing on the main Iron Man, who was a hardcore for a while and then wasn't. Hutch-A achieved 99 defense, prayer, and slayer. Smoothcore achieved 99 mining. Skillaxon achieved 99 sailing. Tipty achieved 99 strength. My boy Jack achieved 99 sailing. Clay achieved 99 mining in TOA, mana culture. Another double-double, I think. Tudafly has achieved 99 attack, 99 farming, 99 firemaking, and 99 herblore. Yambushi has achieved 99 mage. Mongedface has achieved 99 farming. Millimeter Peter has achieved 99 sailing. Broseph Stalin has achieved 99 strength. Dr. Bone has achieved 99 hit points. Bend Over Please has achieved 99 mining. Sir Braxtor has achieved 99 farming. Mike Tendo has achieved 99 mining. And there's one more 99. And I need you guys to get close to me here for a little bit. I need you guys to get close. You guys remember a couple weeks ago when we met that player, second rate druid, Cole, who achieved 99 mining with comically bad stats otherwise? He's back this week.
Is he?
And he actually posted in the levels and achievements chat. He said that I was going to start playing OSRS in a normal way, but I got cooked a little on the pod. So I went ahead and got 99 crafting in Motherlode Mine. So we're shouting this man out for 99 crafting. His stats have improved, Michael. His total level is now 1,032 with 299s.
Let's go.
My man's
Let's go.
has 45 room crafting, which is fairly impressive. We got some Slayer levels. We got some combat levels, 65 agility levels, no range levels. Still level 1 range.
Let's go.
So we're making some progress. We're making some. My man's in Motherlode Mine in full dragon and an untrimmed mining cape. Cole, it's okay. Get some help. We're not going to judge you. It's okay. It's okay to get some help if you need it. Because then they said, hey, you're a psychopath. Recycle Please said, hey, you've got the most bizarre combination of stats I've ever seen. GZ, but the people need to know what's next. Michael, what without looking do you think he said is next?
I have I have no idea. Like I wouldn't have even called that crafting would have been next, so I have no idea.
It seems useful for a lot of stuff, and so far I hate training it. So I think I might get it out of the way because agility is in theory his next 99.
Yes.
Cole, it is okay to get some help. I'm not going to judge you for how you play this game, but it is okay to get some help. We're going to draft this guy in our bingo team. I'm going to draft him on the bingo team. See what he can produce for us.
Let's go, Cole.
But yes, congratulations, Cole, on your second 99. I cannot wait to see the progression of your odd account. I don't mean that in an insulting way because I think it will be fun to watch the account grow. We've got some total levels here to round out achievement of the week. Buckley Boyle, Tizcal Chuck, a name I love, by the way. You Killed Pat and Wispy all achieved 2K total, while Iron Sealy and Jack, different from the crash out, but a Jack we've seen many times before with 2 C's, achieved 2,200 total level. So, congratulations to you all. Oh, we're doing it. Michael is once again touching my thing to tell me that Tuzcal Chuck has achieved the double-double. Jesus Christ.
Listen,
Michael's not touching.
You can't call out the double-double and not call everyone out for their double-double.
Doug, I swear to God, there's 100 people on this achievement of the week, okay? I'm missing some things. I'm sorry.
Do better,
I'm
Oxie.
human, Michael. I'm only human.
Do better.
You know? You're right. I'll do better by just not doing my segment next time.
No, you should just let me look over it.
How's that?
And I'll mark the dub-dubs for you. Dub-dub.
How does that?
Yeah, because I didn't have an achievement. I didn't have a community question. I know. I'm sorry.
We've had it's been months. You could have asked one. Anyways, if you did something awesome and you want to tell us about it, head over to discord.gg/OSRSTNL. Post about it in the levels and achievements chat. It can be literally anything. It can be a GM helm. It can be a 99. It could be a very strange Motherlode Mine locked build. Or it could be base 80s, quest completions, diary completions. We don't care. We have the single greatest RuneScape community in the world. Currently, I think our Sunday Raiders are inactive. They're either burned out from Deadman mode or spending time with their partner on this post-Valentine's Day weekend here. come hang out. Objectively the best RuneScape Discord in the world. The bingo signups open today. And if you want to play, you need to be in the Discord. You cannot leave the Discord. You have to be in the Discord for the entire process, or else you won't get drafted. So go check out the signups. I'm going to throw it over to Michael now, though, because we're going to wrap this little shindig up. Bit of a longer episode for you guys this week, which I think is going to be fun. I think people are going to like it. But, Michael, my friend, take us home. Do you have a fun question for us this week?
I do. And I'm going to tell you
Excellent.
right now what it is. So, shout out to Thogart. She got us a heater this week. Oxie, you get transported into the game and have to complete at least one Grandmaster quest of your choosing. Assume you were granted all the prerequisite quests and stats needed for said Grandmaster quest. You have 400 levels to allocate between your 7 combat stats, how you see fit, 3 melees, range, magic prayer, hit points. Enough for just over 499s. Which Grandmaster quest do you do, and what is your combat build? Some little asides here. You do feel pain, but you heal from food as you would in the game, and dying means you just respawn in Lumbridge. And there's no rules for gear. You can go wild with whatever gear you have. She also notes, it's late and I'm tired, so if the level cap I set is too low, just adjust it as you see fit.
I can tell you what fucking quest I'm not doing, and that's Desert Treasure.
No, Desert Treasure is not getting done.
I can tell you what GM I'm not touching with a 30-foot fucking pole, and that's Desert Treasure too. I'm good.
No, thank you.
I'm good with that.
I am going to filter and see which ones come up as Grandmaster. Because there's like 6, right?
There are, yeah. I think, so stats-wise, right? I think my stats change depending on what kind of build I'm trying to work with. I think that I have 400 levels to allocate between my combat skills. I think I'm going, oh God, I got to break out the calculator here. I'm going to go with, first of all, 99 HP. Not even going to sweat that shit. 99 HP.
Hell yeah.
Right? 99 HP. I'm going to go with, assuming I can use prayers properly, 99 HP. I'm going to go with 77 prayer. I'm going to go with 99 magic. I'm going to go with, let me see here. I'm going to go with
You have 125 more.
70 defense.
55 more.
70, is it 70 defense? I'm trying to think of the math here. Is it 65 defense? I could look at the skill calculator. Though I feel like for what I'm needed to do, probably fine. I'm going to go 70 defense, and I'm going to go 55 range, right?
Okay. So one
my
attack,
current build,
one strength.
Oh no. Did I give him myself? Am I stupid? I don't think I gave myself any magic levels.
You get 99 in magic.
I gotta change
No, you
that.
gave yourself 99 magic.
Did I?
Yeah.
I did. Okay. So I have 99 hit points, 77 prayer, 99 magic, 99 hit points, 99 magic, 77 prayer, 70 defense, 55
range.
Whatever. 55 range. That is going to be my build that I use to complete Song of the Elves.
Sheesh. Okay.
That's going to be the build I use to complete Song of the Elves, because looking at the boss fights, I don't know how I fare mentally against a dragon. I don't know how I fare mentally against a mutated gnome or a demonic gorilla. I don't know how I fare mentally against a tormented demon. I think these are horrors beyond my comprehension. I do think a crystalline lady is more comprehensible. And every other fight that takes place in Song of the Elves is down to earth. It is a battle sequence. A city is being raided. A camp is being defended. A lot of those fights make sense to me. They're not eldritch horrors. This is why I want 99 hit points and 99 mage, because the Seren fight's going to be fucked. The Seren fight's going to be real hard. I'll take some defense levels, give myself some level of tankiness, and I'll give myself some range levels just in case I do need to use an alternate style for something. I can whip out a bow, and I'm not incompetent with a bow and arrow at 55 range. It's not great. It's not 99. But most of my fighting is going to be using mage, right? And that is exactly what I intend to do.
With a shadow?
Use high level blood spells.
Oh,
actually,
okay. Nice.
to keep my healing consistent. Especially if Seren is gonna. Seren has that explosion attack that does like 90% of your health or whatever it is. Like I can imagine that because I have ruptured my Achilles tendon, so I can imagine what that kind of blinding pain feels like. And I'm worried because I feel pain in this situation, that is going to be very hard to overcome. But I think if I can heal by eating and have the pain go away, or like if eating is as fast, I guess, or if it's portions of food, an entire shark is a lot to eat. A bite
Yeah.
of shark, that's not too bad. A bite of swordfish, that's not too bad. I could probably handle that. For me, I think it's a Song of the Elves thing. What about you, Michael? What's your build? What's your quest?
Honestly, I think I would have chosen Song of the Elves, but I want to be different from you. So I am going to get, let's just say 90 HP, because I'm going to need a little bit of a spread. So that leaves me with 310, 90 HP. I'm going to do base 60s for melees. That's what, 180? Damn. Okay, so I'm down to 220.
You're at 270 right now.
Oh, is it only 2?
You're at 270.
So 400 minus 90 minus 180. 400 minus 90 equals minus 180. I'm at 130 left. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're at 270 total level. You have 130 levels to
That's
go.
confusing. Okay. And then we're gonna do 43 prayer, because I can't sacrifice a lot of prayer levels here. And I guess frick. Oh god, this is gonna suck. 50 magic. 50 magic, so 87 minus 50. And then 37 range levels. Oh god. And I'm gonna do Wall Gothic Sleeps, because I don't think.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh god. Did I do that wrong?
Listen.
Basically base 60s with 90 HP. Oh god.
But I guess my question is, why do you need so many melee stats?
For the elemental, he has all 3 combat styles. Before you go to fight the tormented demons.
Oh my god, he does.
He does. Thought asked, is 400, how does it feel? And like for Wall Gothic Sleeps, 400 is not enough. Because I would like it at least base 80s in my combats. So what is that, like 7 times 80?
Base, that's a fucking lot, dude.
Okay.
80 times 6 is 480. Not counting prayer. What you're asking. I think the constraints of the challenge make it fun.
Okay.
Because you know what I think you do in this situation? You're not gonna do shit with 37 range.
No.
I think you take a bunch of fucking defense levels off.
Oh, okay.
You go a pure route.
Okay.
You kind of have to go a pure route.
Gosh.
Maybe you take all of your defense levels out. You go the 1 defense pure route. You figure
get to like 70, 75 range. Is the T-bow at 75 or is that 80, 85?
T-bow's 85, I'm pretty sure.
Frick. Well, I could go. Yeah, it is 85.
What's your current magic level?
My magic level was 50. Yeah.
I think okay, so
here's what I'll have to do,
70
I think. I have to lower my
-37.
HP. because 90 HP is generous for Wild Gothic Sleeps. It's not that hard combat wise.
Here's what I would do. You've got 53 levels to play with to get to 70 range and 70 mage with base 60s attack and strength, right? 60 attack, 60 strength. That's a D-sim. 70 mage is a trident. 70 range is an MSB. Not quite a blowpipe, but it's an MSB.
What's a Bofa?
Right?
Let's see. Bows.
Bofa is 80.
Oh, yeah, it's 80. Damn it.
I mean, here's the thing.
MSB is not bad.
Because the tricky part is 90 HP, you could maybe cut to 80, take 10 levels off, but you got to put some levels in prayer.
That's why I got
43 prayer.
At least for overheads.
43 prayer is going to drain really fast.
It is. God, okay.
And the issue with 43 prayer, you don't have any good offensive prayer. And I mean, like, you don't have anything. You don't have Mystic Might. You don't have Eagle Eye.
Right.
You don't have any offensive prayers at 43. So I think you need to put levels in prayer as well.
So
it's 43.
80 HP, 1 defense. So I'm not even worried about that. Let's do 70.
You could get up to 60 prayer. You could, if you cut your HP to 80, you could get to 60 prayer, which would give you Chivalry, Eagle Eye, and Mystic Might.
True.
You get Chivalry, you get Eagle Eye, you get Mystic Might, and then you get a Trident, a Dragon Scimitar,
70.
and 70 range, while not the best in the world, is not nothing. Because 70 range is also RCB. It's RCB, it's Dragon Crossbow, it's Armadillo Crossbow. You've got, you figure Throne. What else do you have? You could use Black Chins. You could use the Rosewood Blowpipe. You could use a regular Crystal Bow.
Soggy Waffles brings up a good point. He said, "Don't you need 60 defense for Chivalry?" Yes, you do. You can't use you can't use Chivalry as a pure.
Well, then go fuck yourself.
I will.
I don't know what to tell you.
God damn it.
No, I mean,
Luckily,
maybe
melee's not that big of a. It's not that big of a factor in Wild Gothic Sleeps. Magic and range are pretty big. Plus, when you're fighting the tormented demons, you have the stone, which boosts your combat stats.
Yeah, the TDs I wouldn't be worried about because you'll get up to 255.
But it's the
TDs
the elemental.
I wouldn't be concerned about.
It's the elemental in that whatever the magic dude who you have to counter his spells.
Yeah, I feel like you would almost want like 70 mage. It's not even Fire Wave. That's a tough build, dude. 70 mage, Fire Wave is 75.
Oh goodness.
Wave spell, that's a tough build.
Yeah, I don't think it's
To do
possible
Wild Gothic Sleeps
with only 400 points.
I think it is. You might have to go in with less hit points than you're comfortable with, which is going to feel really bad.
So maybe 70 defense, 70 HP. And then that gives me 75 mage, 75 range. And I could use a blowpipe and I could have Fire Wave.
That could work.
Yeah. And
70 HP.
if I do weapons, 75 magic would also give me access to Trident of the Seas. Oh, I wouldn't have the Trident, but I would have, Trident of the Swamp is 78.
You'd have Trident of the Seas at 75.
Yeah. So I'll do 75 magic, 75 range, and I'll bump it down to 70 HP. That's probably doable. I could just
It's
eat a
not
bunch.
great, but it's probably
great,
doable.
But it's doable.
Yeah.
So that's my choice. Wild Gothic Sleeps.
Yeah, because you could also wear Ancestral or Blue Moon with 70. Oh, you don't have a defense level. Can't wear anything. But you get in a cult. You can get in a cult, which is nice. And you can get in a cult, and I'm pretty sure you can get a God Cape.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is cool. So you'd have that. I think.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What do you
Hold
think?
Vacant Void said
On.
you get some free combat levels with Wild Gothic Sleeps because it requires 67 mage. So you like all the prereqs are done. So right off the bat, I have 67 mage. So then I only need
but that's 67 of your 400 levels.
No. She said that all the prereqs were already done. So then you get
But that's okay. Come on,
for free.
Come on, you're not getting 67 free
Listen,
levels. You're not getting 67 free levels. You're not getting that many. Come on.
I'm gonna leave it up to Thogart.
on.
She's the one who thought of this.
I think with all the prereqs done,
Thogart, What do I get?
Oxie gets free attack and strength. I don't know, man. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that works. Because yeah, sure, all the prereqs are done, but like I like to think of it kind of like they're doing these godforsaken dead man lamps, where off the rip you have all the requirements up to While Gothic Sleeps or up to Song of the Elves done.
So Stargard said, I think if anything, it would mean that 67 levels are automatically attributed. But I love your thinking.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
thank you.
Good thing
that to me, that's good game design. That makes sense.
Okay,
right? That makes sense. That's good game design. It is tough, but you want to know what challenge I kind of want to take on before we go very briefly?
Ooh, what?
Let's just play it by, let's get crazy. Let's say 60 times 7, it's 420. So that's not going to work. So let's say, what is 50 times 7?
50.
It's 350. With a couple more levels to allocate. So looking at base 50 combats, 50 attack, strength, defense, range, mage, prayer, and hit points. Base 50s across the board, right? With 50 levels to allocate, you give 10 levels to prayer. You give 10 levels to defense.
Okay.
You give
10 levels.
25 levels. You give 25 levels.
So we're at 45.
Is it 25? Do you give 25 levels? Hold on. Let me cook. You give 25. Ooh, maybe you don't. Maybe just give 20 levels. As a matter of fact, maybe you don't give 20 levels. Maybe you give 20 levels to magic. That puts you at 70 magic.
Okay.
And then with the 10 levels you have left over,
HP probably. Or prayer.
Nope.
Oh, wait, you already gave 10 to prayer.
Okay. Nope. Hear me out. I figured it out. Never mind. Problem solved. I figured it out.
Okay.
So you're going in with 50 attack, 49 strength, 60 defense. Hold on. 60 prayer, 61 range, 70 magic, and 50 HP. Let's do some quick maths on that real quick. 50 plus 49 plus 60 plus 60 plus 61 plus 70 plus 50 equals 400. That there, right, my friend. That is the stat spread for Desert Treasure 2.
Oh, God.
Is that the proper stat spread for Desert Treasure 2 with 50 attack, 49 strength, 60 defense, 60 prayer, 61 range, 60 magic, and 50 hit points? Now let's think this through.
You could do it. It would
70
suck.
magic. Let's think this through for a second. 50 attack is going to be the problem child. 50 attack does not get you much. The best you can do with 50 attack is essentially it's like a Gmods, the granite longsword, maybe, right? What weapons work with 50? You'll have a rune scimitar. You'll have up to a rat bone weapon. You'll have the ancient scepter, which you cannot use. You'll have the ancient staff, which will be helpful for later. So you'll have 50 attack, right? You'll have the blisterwood flail, the Karis dagger, the Gmods, and the rune scimitar. That's your melee build with 49 strength and 60 defense.
Here's a question,
why is
Oxie.
60 defense important? Here's
a question. And this is going to throw off your question because I do think that the defense levels are not as important because you could put some of those defense levels and do away with chivalry. You could put some of those defense levels into attack so that you could have at least 65 and have access to the Bell's Folly, the Zombie Axe, Dragon Sim. You would have access to a better spread of weapons versus a rune scimitar with I have to imagine the Zombie Axe is better without a prayer than the rune scimitar is with prayer. You know what I mean? And you can get away with lower defense.
Can we actually stick that in a calculator? Assuming the exact same gear.
Bacon Void said you need 75 magic to even do.
You need 75
DS2.
magic. So I mean, unfortunately, I think that just drops you to 44 strength.
Or 55 prayer. Because you're not using chivalry.
But listen, I feel like you kind of have to use chivalry. I feel
With
like
the
not
rune
using chivalry
scimitar,
is
though?
hard trolling. What's the best way to kill a boss, Michael?
Not die.
To kill it quickly.
Yeah.
What's the best way to kill it quickly? To use offensive prayers at your disposal.
You
I'm
need to
actually
put
gonna
it in a
pull it up.
calculator because the strength level of
I'm
a
gonna
rune
pull this
sim with
motherfucker.
chivalry in my brain does not compare to a zombie axe just like naked.
All right, what is 60? This is some math shit right here. So 60 defense, right? 60 defense in theory gets us obsidian armor. It gets us obsidian armor. It gets us the need is not helm. So let's put that in there. Let's do for body piece, let's do obsidian plate body. Let's do obsidian plate legs. Let's do helm of Nate is not. Let's do fire
Ooh,
cape.
you could go in with blue moon. You could go in with blood moon. Blood moon, blue moon, and eclipse if you had 75 magic. Oh, you need 75 strength
Wait.
for blood moon. I did not
Yeah,
know
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
Okay,
So
damn.
you would have fire cape. I don't know if you would have Barrow's gloves. So let's say combat bracelet. Let's say combat bracelet. Let's call it berserker ring. Berserker ring imbued for boots. Let's say climbing boots. And then let's say even no, because you need 70 HP. Let's say amulet of fury. Amulet of fury. All right, so this is your current loadout. So with this loadout, let's go rune scimitar, right? Rune scimitar, and our attack stats are. Let me see if I can build this character out here. 50, 60. This is actually fucking nutty what I'm doing right now. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. 49, or no, that's 44.
Arania
with
boots.
50
So Tone said
HP.
Arania boots and regen brace. Because they have no defense requirements.
Okay, so then do Arania boots really not have a
Nope. No defense, which is crazy.
how do you spell Arania? Am I stupid? Arania boots.
Arania.
Regen bracelet. Okay. This is our current build. Offhand, because we do have the defensive bonuses, we're gonna go with a dragon defender.
60 defense. Yeah. Should I be building
Yep,
out
we got the dragon
my,
defense.
my build?
I'm working, I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking. So we've got 75, 50, 44, 50, 60, 61, 60. Okay. Against, we're gonna pick Vardorvis as a monster.
Okay. Because that's really where
Vardorvis,
the
quest version of Vardorvis.
attack version.
Okay. And then for prayers, we're going to hit chivalry is on. Chivalry is on. We're going to add a new loadout that's exactly the same. But instead of the rune scimitar, we're going to add the zombie axe. And we're going to turn chivalry off. Michael, funny enough, is correct that the DPS is higher with zombie axe without chivalry than it would be with the other loadout. But let's change it. So what do we need to change that to?
65 attack.
So that's 65 attack, and then what do we need to drop defense to
defense,
get that? 45.
Whatever you want, I guess. Yeah. We need
Drop
15,
it to 45 defense.
Yeah, 45 defense. And you don't need 60 prayer, so you could put strength levels in there. You could just go 43 prayer and put the rest into strength.
43, that gives us 17, so that will put us to 61 strength. That actually is quite a significant upgrade. 45 defense, 43 prayer, 65 attack, 61 strength. That puts us at 23. Our max hits 23 with 1.8 damage per second against Vardorvis. The quest version of Vardorvis, that is.
Yeah.
47% accuracy compared to the rune scimitar's 14 max hit with 0.95 damage per second.
Ugh.
So I suppose, yes, changing that build does help quite a bit. My theoretical build, thank God I didn't have to commit to that, because Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
Like, you can do it. You could do it, but it's Zombie X is just better.
Wow. See, this is why Michael and I shouldn't cook with. This is why we shouldn't cook with these theoretical builds. Because, wow, this would be an awful experience to quest with.
Somebody's going to do it. Can you even do that, though? Can you get through to Desert Treasure 2 with that low of stats? I don't think it's possible because of the prereqs. but I haven't looked because don't you need Recipe for Disaster? Is that not a prereq? I know like the Desert
No.
Treasure prereq.
Recipe for Disaster is not a prereq for anything.
So we have Desert Treasure 1, Secrets of the North, Innocuous Lament, Temple of the Eye, Garden of Death, Below Ice Mountain, and His Faithful Servants. Interesting. So I guess it's not. But DT1, let's look at DT1. Desert Treasure 1. Prereqs for that is Temple of Ikov, Troll Stronghold, Tourist Trap, Dig Site, Waterfall, Priest in Peril. So, I mean, you're not going going over the 2 attack and strength levels we've allocated if you're doing the Waterfall quest for Desert Treasure 1. So that's fine. But hot damn, that would be hard.
Mm-hmm. They really are.
Hard, but doable. Now, Whisperer would suck.
Not by me.
A lot.
I'll tell you that. That's why I wanted 75 mage, because Whisperer would be the worst. I figure you could probably, with an RCB, you could pick away at Leviathan.
You could. Yeah.
And then if you know how to kill the bosses, the quest bosses are theoretically easier for Duke and Vardorvis.
Mhm.
So not a great idea for a build, but a build nonetheless. That said, I'm sticking with my Song of the Elves build, and we're going to see where we go from there. Thogert, thank you so much for that fun question. Really got the brains up and cooking. In before Oxie and Michael do the mathematically worst possible build challenge for a RuneScape a RuneScape quest series. So we're not creating a new quest, but maybe we'll think of the worst possible ways that you guys could complete some of these quests. Who knows? That could be something we do in the future. For now, though, I think it's time we wrap this shindig up. It's been fun. As we've said, we're going bi-weekly. So if you don't hear from us next week, that's to be expected. Stop by the streams. I'll be streaming on Sunday nights after we record. So come hang out on Sundays, Sunday afternoons. It'll be a lot of fun. And then stop by, take note of when Michael goes live, if he can, on the Xpwaste channel too. So that'll be fun. Go check out our links for all the various things that you would love to listen to about us. Join the Discord if you are not in there already.
Sign up for bingo.
And sign up for bingo, for the love of God. Is it too late to pay my buy-in? The world may never know. Folks, we will see you guys here in a couple of weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.